We're running drills, chasing goals, and yeah, trying to keep up with each other. Soccer, lacrosse, doesn't matter. What matters is we're doing it together. But here's the thing I didn't expect. Training with your kids, it hits different. You sweat more, you push harder. If you're not careful, you could burn yourself out. That's why I started bringing LMNT. No sugar, no junk, just electrolytes. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, so you can stay sharp, stay moving, and stay in the game. Because when your kids look over and say, "Come on, Dad, keep up," you don't want to sit this one out. You want to be right there with them. Hydration isn't just about performance. It's about showing up. For them, for yourself, for moments like this. LMNT.
Stay salty.
Stay salty, everybody. Stay salty, everybody. Hey, man, we've had some great fights, but why don't you guys drop some stuff in the chat there? I'm going to take a bunch of questions up until we get into this main card. I thought I'd jump on maybe a couple seconds early, but let's talk about Gable Steveson. Let's talk about the heavyweight backlash. Let's talk about all the stuff that's going on. I've already seen like X is already blown up talking about, oh, he's not as good as everyone thought he would be. And you know, there's all these other like things about it. And then also too, people just criticizing, like you guys all know, Big Ange. Big Ange's always got something to say about guys. And he just got all over Robert Whittaker talking about, oh, what is he doing? What are we talking about? This guy, he was at welterweight. He should have went back down. He should stay at 85. He doesn't deserve to be at 205. I thought he looked good. I know it's hard to have to deal with that type of size, but obviously the speed was a huge factor. And if we take a look at the weight class is probably the weakest in the sport right now. So I have no problem with him being at 205. I actually think it's like a breath of fresh air to see Robert Whittaker in there and see what he can do. I'm not saying that he's going to be champion, but I'm saying that I'm actually encouraged by seeing him there. He may not be able to get past guys like Magomed Ankalaev. He may not be able to get past guys like Yuri Prochazka and probably won't even get to the title against Olberg. But there are some fights in here that I wouldn't mind seeing. What about him and Khalil Roundtree? Why can't I see that fight? Maybe we run like a Volkan Ozdemir fight. I'm not against that fight. There's fights in here that I would love to see. Him and Guskov. That would be a good fight. Like, he dealt with a pretty big guy today, and I thought he fought a damn good fight. The speed with the jab, obviously the power over the right hand coming over the top. Looks like Krylov broke his jaw. So I mean, there's something to be said there. There's something there with him. He's got the speed to stay in this division. I didn't like what Big Ange had to say, but you know what? Guess what, guys? Tomorrow morning, I can call Big Ange out when we do our recap. So those of you guys that are just joining right now, I'm going to do this full watch along, and then I'm going to hop off, and then I'll give you my live reaction right after. So I'm going to cut this stream as soon as we're done with doing the watch along. And then after that, I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to jump right back on the YouTube channel and make a whole separate video for my full reaction on that. And then tomorrow morning, 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time, Big Ange and I are going to jump on here and we're going to talk. We're going to basically talk about, you know, a recap of the whole card. So we'll talk about that. We're going to have some fun tomorrow morning. And I've got some other guests that are coming. We've got some big, I had Rose Namajunas on. That show and interview should drop probably either Monday or Tuesday next week. I think it'll probably drop sometime next week. And then I've got Michael Chiesa also joining the show. And yeah, man, I think we've got a lot going on this week coming up. So I'm looking forward to having Michael Chiesa on and get to pick his brain a little bit. But look, let's have some fun with this show. There's obviously some big fights on this card. But when I'm looking at this middleweight and when I'm looking at this light heavyweight division, and what I see is guys like Khalil Roundtree would be a great matchup. Guys like Dustin Jacoby would be a great matchup for Robert Whittaker. Okay. You know, Johnny Walker, I would love to see him and Jan Blachowicz. The speed of Robert Whittaker, the jab, the ability to kick, mix it all up. I mean, people were just dogging on Robert Whittaker right now for going up. And I'm like, why? I thought he looked good. Maybe he's not going to be champion. But at this stage in his career, he's been a former champion. I don't really need to see whether he's going to be. Josh, how do you think you would stack up in your prime in today's lightweight division? Man, let me go here and let's take a look at it. And I'll be 100% honest with you. Guys like Justin Gaethje, I would struggle with. And let me tell you why. Is he's got a gas tank and that type of pressure And my cardio was my weapon. I didn't have the power to make Justin Gaethje fear me. And so his ability to take damage and still be there in round 3 or round 5 if it was a title shot, I mean, it would be difficult for me, especially as we got into round 4 and 5, because I could push the pace. I could really make him tired, but he wouldn't have to respect my power because I didn't have a lot of power. Now, the thing is I really would have went to the body on him a lot with body kicks, like how I did with Gilbert Melendez in the first fight, because he keeps his elbows kind of high. And then when you start to throw boxing, you start to throw your hands, he kind of hunches over not to get hit. So my kicks up the middle, I would have done a lot of push kicks and I would have done a lot of body kicks. So, and we've seen that, he does have issues covering the body a little bit, which we saw against Ilya. We've seen against Eddie Alvarez. We saw against other guys before in the past. He doesn't cover well enough. He kind of leans forward when he covers with his elbows. But Justin would have given me some big problems. Ilya Topuria would have been another guy because his ability to make you miss and make you pay. And he wouldn't have respected my power either. So this new breed of lightweights, I would have had a really hard time with. These guys are really good, man. You have to be 100% honest with yourself, and I've got to be 100% honest with the fans and all you guys that listen to the show, man. Like Arman Tsarukyan would have been my toughest matchup. His ability to wrestle, and he can wrestle from everywhere. The way he can kind of mix it up with his big punching, big shots. He's got power in his hands. And he's just very, very aggressive. Now, could I have caught him in a submission? Absolutely. But I could have done that too with Justin Gaethje. Could have done that with Ilya Topuria. I feel like my grappling is better than Justin Gaethje's. My wrestling, I think, was better than Justin Gaethje's. But his ability to take damage and put pressure and survive on the ground, do all those things, that's dangerous. Very dangerous for me. Ilya Topuria, the same thing. I haven't seen a big enough sample size of his wrestling and grappling to say that I would dominate him on the ground. I mean, I was impressed with what he did to Justin Gaethje, but he wasn't able to finish him. I thought he had some good moments there. But obviously his boxing would have given me problems and he wouldn't have had to respect my power. Arman Tsarukyan, he wouldn't have had to respect my wrestling. He would have more so had to respect, the kicking game that I have, the speed I have. I think I would be a faster fighter than him, especially in my prime. But he's just a dog, man. The guy is so strong and just so aggressive. Those guys, I think, have always given me a hard time. And then Charles Oliveira, to me, I think would have been one of the best fights. I would have loved to have had that fight. Just stylistically, he was really good on the ground. I think had I been able to fight him kind of like around my Benson Henderson, maybe even earlier than that, a little bit earlier than that, I think we would have had a damn good fight. On the feet, on the ground, everywhere. He's extremely talented, fun. I think Max, I think, would be a very tough fight as well. His lateral movement, his pace, all those things. But I think my wrestling and grappling, as I just said with Charles Oliveira, I think my wrestling and grappling would have been a little bit too much for him. It depends, though. Like, he's so good, right? Benoît, I think I would have been able to take him down, and I can survive on the bottom with him too if he was to take me down on the feet. I think I was a better striker than him. You get into anything beyond that. I mean, but there's good fighters on here. Paddy's a guy that's dangerous, man. Mauricio Ruffy would have given me some fits. The reason why I say that is those guys that fight long and lanky, they're very difficult to deal with. You don't know when the punches and kicks come from, where they come from, all of those things. They're very difficult to deal with. And you know what I mean? So it's those guys are fast and explosive, and the combinations and the punches come from all different angles. It's very difficult, extremely difficult to deal with. So anyways, let's go ahead and ask some more questions while you guys got it up here. Let's talk about Gable Steveson first, though. Gable Steveson, I thought, to me, he looked good. He looked like a person who's only had 4 fights. So I don't know. I don't understand what all the backlash is. Like, talking about, like, oh, he didn't get him out of there in 30 seconds. This guy was a chump. Look, and I know that Gable has fought, he's wrestled in the Olympics. He's been on the biggest stages in the NCAAs. Like, all those things are fine, but no one's actually trying to punch you in the face when you're doing those things. And so the fact that he was able to get the fight and get him out of there, I thought that said a lot. And then I saw some, I think Big Ange even got on social media and was complaining about that fight, about how Mark Goddard is normally a good ref, and it was a huge mistake with the growing shot. And the commission stepped in and said, it hit the thigh or whatever it was. Look, if the referee hears the sound of the cup, he is the one that is the closest in there. The commission on the outside, as Big John would tell you guys, the referee is the sole arbiter. The sole arbiter means that he makes the final decision on what goes on inside that cage. So whatever Mark Goddard wanted to do, Mark Goddard was allowed to do. And he said, hey, I heard the foot hit the cup. Now, whether it glanced off the cup or whether it, just slid up into the cup, doesn't matter. He heard it hit the cup. And to him, that was enough for him to say, hey, that's a big enough impact on the fight. And just remember, the cup, if it slides a little bit, it can pinch. That's all you need to actually stop the fight and make the decision for the fight to be stopped and give the guy some time to rest. You're better off doing that than another person winning a fight from an actual illegal rowing shot. So DC made a fantastic point about how Gable isn't afraid to fight. No, he's not afraid to fight. But what concerned me about that was that those are the kind of times, like I've seen this happen several times. Guys come in and they're really good at being the hammer. But how are they when they're the nail? How will he act when, like, okay, he's tired and someone starts pushing on him? That's a good question. We're going to see as time goes on. They will slow play him. As you guys saw today, he has a lot of room to grow. Gable Stevenson is obviously Olympic gold medalist, national champ, NCAA national champ. Like, he's got room to grow, though. Let's slow play him. Let's let the fights develop in front of him. They're gonna do what they did for Conor McGregor. They're gonna do that with Gable in the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division, heavyweight division and the light heavyweight division are the two weakest weight classes in the whole sport right now. And that just doesn't go for the UFC. That goes across all MMA promotions. It's weak. And so I like that they're going to try to build him up. He's young. I think he's 25, maybe 26 years old. This is a fighter that they can use for a long period of time. So I think it's good that they're going to do this. I'm excited. I'm excited that they brought him on at a young age. On top of that, with little to no experience. And the reason why I'm excited about it, I lived through a guy that went through the same situation that he's going through. Every time his manager calls a promotion, goes, hey, yeah, we have Gable. Gable's looking for any fight. What can you guys give us? The promotions, LFA, Titan Fights, Fury Fights, Peak Fights, all of these smaller organizations, CFFC, they all call around. You know what they say? They call, they go, hey, yeah, we got a fight. Are you interested in fighting? They're like, yeah, of course. Who do you got? Gable Stevenson. Well, he's kind of dealing with a little bit of an injury. That's the call that those guys get. That's the response they get from other matchmakers, other promoters or other managers for their fighter. And that's what sucks, is that Gable's going to have to deal with that, or he was going to have to deal with that. So he was going to have to deal with that going for the next probably 5 or 6 fights. So getting him any type of experience is going to be very difficult. So I think them signing him, making sure he didn't sign with MVP also, or making sure he didn't sign with potentially Scott Coker's organization, because there was word out that Scott was looking around, trying to sign some young talent, trying to build up. Made sense. So John Jr. 2641. I absolutely did watch Roth Wrestling. I thought Kyle Dake wrestled a really good and smart fight. Very tough opponent he was wrestling. Kyle Dake is a stud. If you guys haven't seen the interview I've done with him on Weighing In YouTube channel, check it out. Don't miss it. And then also, I did Kyle Snyder. He got the win over Sajalayev. He got a takedown. He was down, I think, by 1. Got a takedown. Sajalayev hurt his knee. I don't know if they counted it as a pin. It looked like a stoppage to me, but regardless, Sajalayev couldn't continue. So now they are 3-2. Sajalayev's got the lead. I just also interviewed Kyle Snyder on the Weighing In YouTube channel. So if you guys haven't seen that interview, check that interview out as well. So I spent some time talking with them the last 2 weeks, both of them. And I watched the main event, man. The main event was a nail biter. Henry Cejudo was up 8-0, I believe is what it was. And Merab just chipped away at the lead. Eventually, Henry Cejudo gasses out. And Merab just puts a pace on him that he just couldn't maintain. And he was able to get the win. It was impressive. Very impressive from Merab. I mean, he just made his debut here in Arlington, Texas for Roth Wrestling against Frankie Edgar. Gets the win over Frankie Edgar. And then a month later, he's in, Georgia, Tbilisi, out there getting a win over former Olympic gold medalist, Henry Cejudo. It's insane. You guys hit me up with some questions up until we get the fight started. There's a lot to talk about, man. There is a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and talk. Well, let's talk about the fight card. let's talk about the fight card until we get there. What do you guys think? Also, too, we got some bets. What do you guys think about some bets on this fight, on these fights here? What do you guys think about that? Let me go ahead and check on the new updated bets and what the betting lines are as of today. But there's a lot going on, man. There is a lot going on. Right now, let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about Conor McGregor. Talk about Conor McGregor. Mystic Mac is back. And I used an analogy that maybe some people just didn't care about. But what I was saying was, I look at what Conor was back in the day, right? Conor was a guy that he was so poetic in front of the mic. He dropped bars. He knew how to get under people's skin. He just knew how to control the room when he walked in. Right now, it feels like he is that was the old Conor McGregor. That was like, I likened him to Eminem. Then I take the Eminem effect and I go, look at what Eminem is now. He yells into the microphone. It's kind of like the beauty of what he used to do is just not there anymore. It feels very forced. That's what I saw from Conor McGregor this week. And over the last 2 weeks when he's been doing the interview he did with Max, where he was kind of yelling into the screen, when he couldn't seem like he couldn't get it across. So to me, that Dean Thomas brought this up when we did the show this last week. Dean Thomas brought it up because it's not the same Conor. It's not the relaxed Conor, not the one that we're used to seeing where he can just talk shit. It just feels so forced. Everything does. He did loosen up. I will say this. He did loosen up the last 2 days. Got him in front of Nina Drama. And it was almost like it was Conor McGregor's red panty night as soon as he got in front of Nina Drama. He had her doing the walk, or she had him doing the walk. And I thought it was hilarious, man. He finally started loosening up. She was able, I think, to get the best out of him. And then he started doing some more stuff and it worked out. So we'll see how it translates. Because once he got to the press conference, he was still a little stiff. But then, there was more stuff that dropped. He did some media stuff. And I thought he did a good job, man. I thought he did some great stuff. So we will see. Man, this shirt looks really horrible on me right now. Damn. So let's go talk. Terrence McKinney. Look, I would say Terrence McKinney going to get him out of there in one round. If he doesn't get him out of there in one round, we're going to see Bobby Green get the win. And that's just, I think it seems like a very fair bet, right? It seems like something that most people would probably agree with. And right now it's a very close fight. You have Bobby Green at a -118 and you've got Terrence McKinney at a -102. I mean, that seems in terms of the over 1.5 is a +220. I don't think it's going to go over 1.5. So if I was a betting person, I would say this doesn't clear a 1.5. So I would take the under at -298 is what I would take. And man, I think I think King Green gets it done. I think he's able to withstand the pressure of Terrence McKinney in the first round. I think he gets the takedown. I think he gets out there and gets a little bit of wrestling. And I think Bobby Green has the wrestling to get him down. So we're going to find out, though. But Terrence McKinney in that first round is explosive. Explosive. I see a lot of people going, hey, Conor McGregor is going to get smoked, right? I mean, I talk about Max Holloway when he went to 155 the first time. He fought Dustin Poirier. And when he went to 155 the first time and fought Dustin Poirier, what happened? The power, the physical size of Dustin Poirier, because he had spent time already putting the weight on at 155, and it was his ability to take damage that Max wasn't really comfortable with just yet. Every time he would land a shot on Dustin Poirier, it didn't bother him. And so what you had was shots that would move 45-pounders back. They weren't moving Dustin back. And Dustin was able to accept the damage and then put damage on himself, on Max. And I feel like that might be a little bit of a problem early on in this fight. I feel like Max has not been able to put the weight on properly to get to 170. And we've seen that already with him going to 155 against Dustin. And so I think that Conor will have the advantage in the first 2 rounds. Now, Conor has never been known for his conditioning and his cardio. Even when he fought Nate Diaz to 5 rounds, he didn't look extremely sharp as the fight went on, but Nate's very easy to look not sharp against because doesn't look sharp either in most of his fights, especially after the first round or 2. The only fight that I looked back at Nate's and was like, damn, that guy, he looked really good, was against Donald Cerrone. That's the only time I've ever felt like, man, he looked really good. And you get into his younger years, when he was making his run after the Ultimate Fighter series. But for me, I feel like Max, I'll get a better visual once I see them in the cage against each other, and I'll understand how his shots are having an effect on, he did look good against Michael Johnson. How Max's shots will have an effect on Conor. If Conor respects him, does he respect his power? I don't feel like Max has a ton of power. And I think if you go back and watch a lot of his fights, it has to do with punches and bunches. He can do a lot of damage. His lateral movement, his output, it drives people crazy. He can mix it up so well. He's one of the best. He's obviously one of the best to ever do it. And that's an overused phrase, by the way. But he is definitely one of those fighters that he's fought everybody from beginning to end. And think about his first fight in the UFC was Dustin Poirier. That's fucking wild, isn't it? Let me give you an easy fight. Let me give you Dustin Poirier, the future, interim lightweight champion and all these other things. So I think Max has a really good chance. And for me, what I did was I bet Conor to win by knockout, TKO, DQ in the first round. But what I also did was I hedged my bet. I said rounds 2, 3, 4, and 5. I put a couple $100 down on Max to win by TKO, KO, or DQ. It's I feel like it's a very safe bet. I don't see this fight going the distance. I think Max's pressure, Max's ability and output, his cardio and his output will be too much for Conor as it goes on. What's up, Josh, my Mexican brother? What's up, Patrick NSL? Appreciate it, man. Hey, those of you guys joining tomorrow morning, Angel and I will be doing a full recap on the card. And right after this, I'm going to cut off of this after we do the watch along. And I'm going to go ahead and jump back on. I'm going to do a full reaction to the whole fight card or to the main card. Okay. And then tomorrow, Big Ange and I, tomorrow morning, 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time, I will jump back on here with him and do a full recap of the fight card. So that'll be tomorrow morning. Don't miss it. Here you go, man. You guys got King Green. This dude is a stud. I can't believe he's still doing it. I mean, it's wild, isn't it? This dude is still doing it. And Terrence McKinney's he's no slouch. He's explosive. He's fast. Very, very good. Very good. Oh, yeah. Looking good, man. Looking good. King Green. I've had Bobby on the podcast as well. If you guys haven't seen it, man, check it out. It's a great show. Great show. He's fun. He's fun to have on, man. If you guys see, he makes his podcast rounds down in SoCal. Guy's always got a blunt in his mouth. When I had him on the show, he was smoking in the car, hotboxing, rolling the window down, cars passing by. This guy's hilarious, man. He's hilarious. I love the shorts. Yeah, he's been in the UFC at least 10 years because he came over with Strikeforce. He had fought in Strikeforce a couple times. And he was relatively new. I think he had like 4 or 5 fights in Strikeforce or 3 or 4 fights in Strikeforce. He had some good wins. I think he had just beat, what was his name? Carlos Fodor was a guy I think he had just beat when he got into the UFC, or they fought their first fight, I think was against each other in the UFC. So I've got the fight right here on my iPad. I've got the fight over here too on my TV, and the TV's like behind by like probably 10 seconds. It's driving me crazy. We need a live roll session between Josh and Big John. Bro, that guy, I don't think he rises. There's a reason why they call him Big John. He's huge. He's actually bigger than Big Ange. And he's 60-something years old and still shriveling up. He's still probably bigger than Big Ange. Yeah. It's pretty wild. How about them shorts, man? I mean, like, I've never wanted to buy like a fighter kit, but I might have to buy that. I don't know if because it says King Green on it. I don't know. It says KG on it. I could be a fan, but I don't know if I want another man's name on the shorts. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I believe in myself too. But, I'm going to have to do something probably with Big Ange. I wanted to ask you guys, How would you guys feel if this whole podcast moved into like a studio, and then I've got like Big Ange in the studio, I've got, different types of people in the studio. What if we started doing more stuff like that? I think I'm going to start making some moves for this thing and start growing it a little bit bigger, start doing more stuff for it. I don't know if you guys know, right? We've got Dean Thomas now joined the team, the Weigh In Team. We've got John Morgan, 2009 journalist, MMA journalist of the year. He's joined the program, obviously, on the Weigh In channel. So we've got it. We're building up, man. We got McCarthy Mondays, which we've only been able to do McCarthy Mondays a couple of times. We've had them on Sundays. We've had them on Wednesday. We've had them on every day but Monday. But yeah, we had it last Monday, and we're gonna keep doing those the best we can. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. But I think we're gonna start to build something. We got Alan Jobon also jumping on and doing stuff with us as well, periodically. And so he's another name and face that we're looking to have. And I have Michael Chiesa, hopefully either Monday or Tuesday, have him on the show. I think it's gonna be Monday. So we got some things coming about. Like I said, just had Rose Namajunas on. That show should drop sometime this week, and it's gonna be fun, man. Gonna be fun. Some more content, some more things going on. We got some guys joining the team, like John Morgan, like Dean Thomas, like Angelo Bodetti, like from We Want Picks. We got them joining the team, and then I'm working on some more people, man. We're gonna have some fun, man. Alan Jobon's part of the team as well. Jobon, that name's a blast from the past. Yeah, man. He's doing his thing, still doing some stuff. You know what? I got to reach out to him. I have had Stephen Thompson on though before, but I got to reach out to him and see if I can get him on again here shortly. So, my subscriber from India, welcome. There you go. Kanishka 0114. Thanks for tuning in, man. Let's watch this fight. I'll let you guys know where I'm at on this. Give me your guys' team. Where are you guys at right now? They're about to start the fight. They just introduced Bobby Green. Yep. They're introducing the ref, Kerry Hadley, right now. I almost feel like I need to get out and get back in for this thing here. See where he's at. Terrence McKinney. Let's see where we're at right now. Yep. Here we go. There you go. They're on. Let's take a look. I'm at 458, 457, 456. Tune in. Look at Terrence coming out. Bobby's got to be careful. That power is there, and that reach of Terrence McKinney is there. Bobby's the slight favorite. Ooh. Bobby with the duck. It looked like Bobby must have caught him with something because he just went down. That might be Bobby, the veteran here. Love how Bobby just kind of dusts it off. Here it is. No, he just ran into him with his chest. Watching it. I guess that's one of the benefits of having it 10 seconds behind on one TV and not on the other. Terrence throwing. McKinney doing it what he normally does. Bobby throwing it by. Bobby's already cut, though, on the cheek. Nice straight left. Man, it used to drive me crazy watching Bobby. Did they clash heads here? No, he caught him with a nice little left hook. Terrence did. Cut him already. Ooh, got hit again with that little left hand. Bobby's having some problems right now. Oh, nice body shot, though, by Terrence McKinney. Nice body shot. This is where I said this week, Bobby cannot have his back against the fence. Bobby needs to get his back off the fence. This is when he was winning the fight against Drew Dober, and then he put his back to the fence, and Drew was able to catch him. And that blood is bothering Bobby a lot. He can't see right now. He keeps telling him, come on, let's go. Oh, nice body shot again by Terrence McKinney. Bobby's really struggling right now. He's talking to him, though. Let me just tell you how much talking has an effect on you. It really starts to bother you when you're landing everything you can, and the guy's still talking to you even though you're beating him up. Bobby's struggling right now. Terrence looks really relaxed. He's not going overboard right now. This is where I think Bobby needs to make his living. In that clinch, try to slow Terrence McKinney down. I don't know why he's not trying to wrestle a little bit more. Terrence gets the takedown. Where are we at, guys? Yeah, that body shot. Terrence on top, man. He's got him Dagestani handcuffed, doing his work against the fence. Bobby's stuck right now. Bobby talking to him. If you guys can hear what he's saying, he's got the Dagestani handcuff and he's in the mount position. Oh, he's just big brothering him right now. He's putting the big brother on him. Damn. King Green passes Gleason Tebow for 5th most fight time in lightweight history. Damn. Bobby's in a lot of trouble right now. The size. Oh, the submission. Oh, Terrence went for the submission, which is surprising to me that he's just not trying to get him out of there with strikes. He's gotten him flattened out. Bobby's really struggling right now to get up off the bottom, to even get to some sort of full guard and recover. That's when the refs start to really pay attention, is when you start throwing elbows. If Terrence McKinney starts throwing elbows, look for Kerry Hatley to start stepping in. Oh, there's that choke. Oof. Bobby's got to fight those hands. Keep that chin tucked. Bobby doing a good job. He's just got this. This is actually going to work for Bobby. If he can get out of this round, this will work for Bobby. Yeah. Bobby just talking to him. What a fight. Bobby took a lot of shots early in that round. Bleeding bad. Bobby looking to gather that leg. Yep, he's going to keep scooting. Bobby doing a real good job right now. Trying to get that foot over. He's going to try to turn back into him, clear the elbow. There he goes. Try to get up on top. I'm at 30 seconds right now. Bobby Green's back on the feet trying to do damage. I like those. Oh, big left uppercut, though, by Terrence McKinney. Another left hook. Man, Bobby's just a dog. Damn, Bobby's a dog. Oh, big shots. Oh, man. He's just covering up. Did he stop it? He stopped the fight. Oh, shit. What a comeback by Bobby Green. What a comeback by King Green. Holy shit. What did he clip him with? Just the fatigue? What are we looking at here? Wow. What's up, boys? What's up, everybody? He's put him in the wall. Holy cow. Well, that was one of the best comebacks. Bobby was in a lot of hurt with the shots. Bobby had the cuts. Bobby's wiping the blood away from his face. Bobby looked good, man. Terrence McKinney was looking good up until that moment where he got reversed, got put on bottom. Look at Bobby's face. Just beat up, damaged. Damn. Wow. What a fight. I don't know what it is with Terrence McKinney. I don't know what it is. He can't seem to get out of the first round. He's got like 13 or something fights, all finished in the first round. Either wins or gets knocked out or gets submitted. Yeah, look at him. Look at Bobby Green. Here it is. Hits him with a nice jab. No, measures it up. Push kick to the gut. Let's see. Nice little left hook to the body, though, by Terrence. Bobby hits him with a right hook. No, I don't see anything. There's that punch to the gut. Then he just goes down. Very strange. It didn't even look like it landed clean. It hit the elbow first, then hit the body. It had to have been an accumulation of shots. The push kick to the body, and then he hit to the body again. Had to have been something along those lines. Yeah, man, those cuts are gross. Hey, you want to be a fighter? That's what happens, man. You want to be a fighter? That's what happens right there. Damn. That's wild, right? That's wild. Bobby Green. I'm surprised that the ref wasn't like, hey, Terrence was still kind of covering up, defending himself, just wasn't doing anything, trying to get back up. Impressive. Very, very impressive. I can't wrap my head around it. Man, this thing is so behind. The TV portion of it is so behind. Almost feel like I need to turn the TV off and turn it back on. Good, I'm watching it right here. Yeah, you got Terrence, you got Bobby in the center of the cage talking, getting it going. Yeah. I mean, join late, but it's is it me or does Carrie Hatley jump in way early? No, I mean, like, I understand. I get it. I felt like there was only a second left on the clock. He could have probably let it go. Terrence McKinney was just covering his head, defending himself, but wasn't trying to get back to his feet, wasn't trying to mount any type of offense, didn't try to pull guard. So I could see why he stopped the fight. When somebody's just turtled up in a shell position, the ref's going to tell you, you got to move, you got to move, you got to better your position. I can't hear it because I'm not allowed to have the sound on. But he didn't try to move. And look at the size. Look at how big Terrence McKinney is in comparison to Bobby Green when they're standing there. Kerry Hadley is holding both these guys' hands. And look at how big Terrence McKinney looks in comparison to Bobby Green. And I would hate if I was the ref and he just spit all that water on me. It would drive me nuts. It would drive me absolutely crazy. Man. Just crazy. I don't know what it is with Terrence McKinney. I can't hear what Bobby's saying, but man, what a way to fight through it and use your experience. Get back to the body. Yeah, he is thick. Idaho 4x4 Bronco. Yeah, he's thick, man. He is thick. So I'm kind of glad he got finished. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Terrence just can't seem to get that win. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But you would think, right? You would think he'd be able to get it. Let's see. I don't know why this thing is so. Here we go. Good thing I got it playing. Oh, there we go. We maybe got it back on. I mean, Bobby just looks good. Like, people aren't going to give Bobby the credit he deserves, man. He's been around the game a long time. Hey, that's a fight that I wouldn't mind seeing right there. Someone, Idaho 4x4 Bronco. Michael Chandler and Bobby Green would be a fun fight. Michael Chandler and Bobby Green would be a fun fight. Can we get that fight? Let's see that fight. 4 in a row. That's big time right there. Good for Bobby Green, man. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. I got nothing but love and respect for that guy. He's going to go smoke a blunt now. It would be fun, honestly. I mean, it would be a fun fight. You want to watch Bobby Green? There he is. He just got that flat nose. Oh, Poeton. Who's the white girl in the middle? Joanna's mom? That dude right there that dude's bad. Charles Oliveira. That dude's bad. That dude too is bad. That dude's bad as hell. Woo! Damn. You know what's crazy, man, is I love seeing dudes win. I love seeing dudes win. And I think Justin Gaethje, man, he's done a great job. Done a great job winning. And man, for him to finally like cap off his run to the title, get the title, and we'll see what he does from here. But I think the rest of it is like his for someone who came in, I don't want to say late to the UFC, but he came from another organization, being champion over there for a while. Then he came in and just had, right from the beginning, he just captivated everybody with the way he fights. And I've said this, I don't know how many times, man. Watching him fight early in his career, I was like, I don't know how long this young man can do this. I enjoy watching him fight, but I don't want to see him keep fighting like this because you don't know what's going to happen to him. And I think he took a little bit of offense to that when I said that because it was on one of our shows. But I mean, ultimately, like, I think as a former fighter, you care to see these guys. You don't want to see them get hurt to the point where they can't live their life after fighting. But man, he has put on some of the greatest fights in MMA history. Hands down. Hands down. Diaz said he wants to return. Diaz versus Thompson. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think that ship has sailed, man. look, I was entertaining it for the MVP card because my name was in the hat with him, and we were talking about it with his manager and stuff like that. My manager was talking with them about it, but he's looking for fights that he can't win. I can't wrap my head around it. At least he'll have a 50-50 shot with me because I haven't fought in 5-6 years. But I've kind of closed the book on that. It doesn't even interest me anymore after watching his last performance. It was so bad that even if I got a win, it wouldn't do anything. It'd just be like, hey, you're supposed to, like, you probably should have won. Like he's been out there looking like a punching bag lately. So I don't have any desire to fight him anymore. I don't know. Look, I got respect for a lot of these guys. There are fights that interest me, man. The Anthony Pettis fight, that interests me. I wouldn't mind doing that. But the money's got to be right. The fight's got, the promotion's got to be right. All those things. So, and it's getting close to being. I just don't have the urge either to get back into a full training camp and do it all again. So it's and then you got to get. I have literally stepped away from the sport. You know what I mean? Like I train jiu-jitsu twice a week, maybe at the most, maybe 3 times at the most. I haven't hit pads or bag work in probably 2 years, but getting the pad work and the bag work back in is not a problem. Part of my workouts is jumping rope. So that's one of the biggest things is, getting your shoulders and your back and you're getting that together, which if you do enough jumping rope, you realize that that's where most of the shoulder conditioning comes from. So I think working with those guys and working with getting back to AKA probably. I'd probably fly out to Dagestan and train out there for a couple weeks, maybe 3-4 weeks, get some rounds in out there with those guys. Speaking of, I'll probably be out there sometime around, and not out there in Dagestan, but in Philadelphia area for Islam's camp. I might do like the last 2 weeks out there, go out there and spend some time training a little bit there. And just get some work in. I don't know if I'll do interviews with them. I'd like to get out there, just spend some time hanging out, having lunch, just being around, dude. Like being boys, man. It can't always be about the podcast. Much as I'd like, to interview them all the time and get them on, but it's got to be about spending time with them and catching up with them. So last time I went out there for Islam's camp against JDM, like the last week of training, and it was awesome. Had a great time. We went to this banya, a sauna spot, and then we ate, had food until late. It was awesome. It was good. I didn't understand a fucking word they were saying. They all speak Russian, so Habib and Islam had to translate for me, or Abu Bakr. They all translate. We're all translating for me. So, and then this weekend, coming up after this weekend coming up, I'll be in Las Vegas, doing John's command class. And I'm going to try to do some vlogging of that as we go throughout the weekend. It's a long course. I want to say it's like 10 hours a day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, and then you test on Sunday, and then you get your certificate if you pass, and then, it gives you the opportunity. Once you pass, he'll send the certificate to the States, or you can send it to the States and you can basically start kind of getting your name thrown in the hat to be a referee. Now, I don't know if I'll do that. I'm doing this realistically just to kind of see exactly. I'm tired. I got to be honest. I'm tired of seeing people on Instagram, seeing people on X, seeing media sources and people that say they're journalists or they are journalists basically talk about how the rules should be when they've never really even invited John on to have a conversation about it. And they've never really tried to understand the rules. They just read it. They don't actually know what the rules mean. And so I want to go through the whole process so I can actually speak about it as best I possibly can. Things like that start to bother me a little bit. I see a lot of criticism towards the referees, and I know a lot of these guys, and these fighters will learn to respect them as they go on. But you got to show these guys some respect. They don't want to see anyone get hurt. They don't want to see anyone lose. They shouldn't care if you win or lose. Their job is to make sure that you don't get hurt while you're in there and that you go home to your family safely. And I like that, man. I like that a lot. So yeah, I'm going to be doing John's command course in Vegas this weekend coming up, doing that. And then the next couple of weeks of shows I'll be traveling a little bit. So I'll be on the go when I'm doing the shows, but we're going to have some fun with it, man. Have some fun. Max Holloway is in the building, about to get his hands wrapped, showing up. He showed up probably before the main card started, but he'll be probably jumping around, getting his stuff on right now. First fight of the night. It's going to get wrapped here shortly. I mean, guys, what do you guys think? You guys think he's going to end up winning this fight? I mean, I think I don't see a way. I mean, I can see him getting caught with a big shot. Does Conor McGregor wrestle? That was something that I was talking to Dean Thomas about. And I was like, hey, maybe Max wrestles early as well. Maybe Max puts the wrestling on him to try to slow him down. I know, what a family matching fit. I saw that. Those guys out there fitted, man. They're suited and booted. Alexander Hernandez. He's there. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, he's with Brandon Royval. That's right. I was trying to figure out who he was with. This can be a good fight. You got Brandon Royval versus Loney Kavanaugh. I don't know why. It looks like it says Loner Kavanaugh. Let's see. How do you guys see? I'm taking the dog, man. And the dog is Brandon Royval. You would never think that, being the guy who's fought for the title, who's come up short, who has been right there knocking on the door. And I think with a win right now, this puts him kind of arguably like in that number 3 spot behind Manel Kopp and behind Pantoja. Pantoja is ready to come back. So there's fights there to be had. And I think if Brandon Royval wins this fight. Now, if Loney Kavanaugh wins this fight, man, he shakes it up. He shakes up the division, and it makes for a very fun conversation. This kid's a good-looking kid, man. Very marketable. If you are the UFC, you're like, damn, you get this win, we can do something with you. Got a good look to him. If you're the promotion, you're looking at how can I market this kid, man. He fights a very he's got good hands, got decent wrestling, but he has a very high fight IQ. People question his cardio and his conditioning, which you shouldn't, guys. Okay. He's still learning. He's very young. I think he's 24, maybe 25 years old. There's something there. He's got something. I like this. I like this fight for him. So, Loney Kavanaugh. Let's see about Loney. He's got the win over Brandon Moreno, his last fight. Then he had the loss to Charles Johnson. But then he came back and he beat Brandon Moreno. That should tell you everything. Brandon Moreno didn't fight a good fight. He thought, like, I'm going to just kind of pick him apart a little bit, and I'm going to try to get up on the scorecards, and that didn't work. Josh, did you see Brandon Royval at weigh-ins? He looked insanely sucked in. He's tall, long, and lanky for the weight class. So, I mean, yeah. This could be one of those look at the way that Brandon Royval wins this fight is that he makes the young guy fight a dog fight. He makes him fight a very uncomfortable fight. You take all of your years of experience, you fight him the way that you fought Joshua Van. He's got to make him dig deep. He's got to take him to deep waters and drown him, like how Habib would say, and he'll discover himself. That's what he's got to do. He's got to take him all the way there. He's going to make him realize that he is controlling the fight, the tempo of the fight. That's how Brandon Royval wins this fight. Can he do it, though? That's the question. I mean, I think Loney Kavanaugh is very talented, but I have not yet seen how he handles somebody that fights like Brandon Royval. And for him to be the favorite, which is wild to me, he's almost a 2-1 favor. Yeah. Loney Kavanaugh is a minus 250. That's wild to me. So, I mean, good fight. We're gonna see. We'll see how it all hands out. But I think Brandon Royval needs to come out, fight aggressive. He needs to put him on his back foot, make him fight a very uncomfortable fight, and dig deep, and make him dig deep. And let's see what happens, man. Good fight though. I think it's gonna be a good fight. We were talking about Roth Wrestling earlier. Next week is Milwaukee, and most of you guys know Ben Askren is making his return against Bilal Muhammad. Cannot wait for that. Should be fun. And then you had Kyle Snyder tonight beat Sadulayev, which was a damn good wrestling match up until the point where Sadulayev hurt his knee. But then, Kyle Snyder was working on the takedown. looked like he was gonna get the takedown. And then you had Merab and Henry Cejudo. Henry was up 8-0, and then just Merab chipped away at the lead, and just broke. Just the pace just broke Henry. Henry's conditioning, cardio wasn't there, and you just saw Merab. Man, Merab was just getting even more energetic as the fight went on, as the match, I should say, as the rest of the match went on. He just got more energetic. Shit. This is a huge step up in competition. Now I know he just beat. Yeah, Merab is a freak, definitely a freak. This is a huge step up in competition. Now I know he just beat Brandon Moreno. I get it, but 2 guys back to back. Man, I want to say that I think John Morgan picked Lonnie Kavanaugh. Dean Thomas picked Lonnie Kavanaugh. I think I'm the only guy that I know of that picked Brandon Royval to win this fight. Look at this kid. Look at the confidence, the calmness. Guy looks like a young Josh Thomson. just happy to be out there. Just like, man, anything that happens, I can do it. He got some pretty sick tats though. I don't have any tattoos. I don't have one tattoo on my body. This dude's got like a whole tree on his right arm. It's wild. Wild. There he is, Brandon Royval. He looks good. Looks good. You guys are saying he looks sucked in. I mean, he fights like he's got that Mexican spirit, man. He fights like it. He's tough. He's talented. He needs to fight. He needs to fight Kavanaugh like he fought Joshua Van. He just got to be careful he don't get caught in the 3rd round. That's what lost him that fight, was that 3rd round when he got caught. I mean, right now I'm taking the dog. If you guys are just joining the show, I'm taking the dog to win this fight. I'm taking Brandon Royval, who is a +205. I'm taking him to win this fight over Lonnie Kavanaugh. I think Brandon Royval, if he uses his ability to stay long, and then when the fight does get dirty and grimy, he's got to use those knees and those elbows and that clinch. I think he's got to avoid the takedowns. He's got to keep this thing on the feet, man. He's got to make it just a dirty, grimy fight. He's got to drag Lonnie Lonnie Kavanaugh into those deep waters and try to drown him. He's got to make him discover himself. See if he is willing to dig deep when he's the nail. Because we know Brandon Royval can dig deep when he's the nail. So Cut Man Tate, always looking like he's having a great time, because he is. If you guys don't know Tate, man, he's always having a good time. He's a good dude. Tate is a good dude. Robert Valley Ninja Bob. I went with Royval as well. Yeah. I feel like I can't miss. I couldn't take the young guy just yet. I haven't seen a big enough sample size. Brandon Moreno didn't fight a good fight in that fight. He thought he would just touch him a little bit here and there. I almost felt like he thought his name value would get him the win, and it didn't do it. He's like, oh, I felt like I did enough. That's not how you beat these young guys, man. You've got to do more than them. Lonnie Kavanaugh is ranked number 6. Brandon Royval is number 4. 5'9" at 125 pounds. That's insane. I'm 5'10". I haven't weighed 125 since like my sophomore year in high school. I wrestled 125 my junior year in high school. I was tiny. I was like 4'8". That's funny. I was 4'8" until my freshman year in high school. That's how small I was. I wrestled 98 pounds. It's crazy, isn't it? And then I had a little growth spurt my sophomore, junior year. Senior year, I wrestled 135s, walked around about 145. G the Tricker. I'm on an IPA diet, 5'9", 165. That's actually not too bad, to be honest. I'm 5'10" right now, and I'm probably about 178, somewhere around there. Maybe pushing 180 now. Let's see how this all shakes out. Stevenson impressed me with a start. Dude is a problem. He is a problem in the heavyweight division. He has a lot of growth to do. Gable Stevenson is who we're talking about. It's not Stevenson, by the way. It's Stevenson, no N. Gable is, yeah, man. Gable is going to be a problem for some people, but we got to see what it's like when he starts getting pressure put on him. Because what I saw tonight, that's not a top 15 performance, which we didn't think he would be. He's got 4 fights. He's got 4 MMA fights total in his career. So let's slow play it. Let's talk about this fight, though. Lonnie Kavanaugh, young buck, got to be, what, 24 years old, somewhere in there? Young stud. How old is he? 27. Sorry, not 24. 27. Just entering into his prime. Brandon, they don't look much different in height and reach and stuff. I was expecting Brandon Royval to be a little longer. Seemed like the taller, longer, lankier guy. Maybe slightly, but not too much. Here we go. We can get King Green on anytime. I'll try to get him on this week before I head out to Vegas. Love that dude. Ooh, nice shot, though, by Brandon Royval with the left hand. How does Lonnie Kavanaugh handle a southpaw? That's another thing. Ooh, nice little left hook, though, right there by Lonnie Kavanaugh. I like this jockeying for position on that outside foot. You see Brandon Royval trying to use his right foot on the outside. Oh, Lonnie Kavanaugh switches stances. That was nice right there. Ooh, get busy with those kicks. There you go. This is where Lonnie Kavanaugh needs to make his name. Is out there on the outside with the leg kicks. If you switch stance, when he switches stance back to the conventional stance, or sorry, southpaw stance, look for him to try to hit that calf kick. I don't know if I like Kavanaugh in this conventional stance. If he can fight better southpaw, I'd probably recommend that. Southpaws are not really used to fighting other southpaws. They're used to fighting guys that are conventional. So they already have their style, whereas most conventional guys are not used to fighting guys that are southpaw. So they struggle more. So if you're Lonnie Kavanaugh, you keep switching, making it, confusing him a little bit. And then as soon as you switch, you've got to go off. You've got to let your hands go as soon as you switch. Slightly outside of range is where Kavanaugh is. He's doing a really good job of staying slightly outside of range of Brandon Royval's punching. Ooh, I like that. That's where I think Brandon Royval needs to make this fight. See how he caught the leg? And then he was hitting him with some shots? That's what he needs to do. I think the tighter boxing seems to be Kavanaugh, but the relaxation, there it is again. That's how I think Brandon Royval needs to win this fight. And if I was Kavanaugh, I'd stop kicking to the body. I start going to the inside of the leg, or I start going to that calf kick. Yeah, Kavanaugh's going to have to slide. There, that was a nice little right hook to the body. But then he's got to get back after it. Finish with a kick. Nice straight right to the body by Kavanaugh. I don't know where you guys are at in time, but where I'm at right now is I'm at 157, 158, 156, 150, 154, 53 of the first round. If you guys are watching along. Yeah. There you go. He's getting after him. This is what I was talking about. He's got to make it more like a fight like this. Nice entrance on that. He lifts underneath the butt. Gets it. Gathers the leg. Passes the guard. Nice job by Brandon Royval. Used his length to lock his hands under the butt. There it is. Like how he's using that right knee underneath that near side leg so he can't get put back into guard right away. Kavanaugh trying to suck him into that half guard. Yeah. Man, who are these people that spam? Who's still spamming when there's no pay-per-view? Who spams when there's no pay-per-view? I don't get it. uh, there you go. We banned him and deleted him. What is that? Who's spamming when there's no pay-per-views anymore? Jesus, man, get with the times. Kavanaugh can't afford to rest on the bottom, man. He's got to get up to his feet. Shooting submissions is for the birds right now, especially this fresh. Nice right hand there by Royval. Good job at Kavanaugh getting back up to his feet. 15 seconds left in the first round. Yeah, Mario Bautista, I don't think he can win by submission. He might be able to catch Cory Sandhagen in some sort of like exchange and be able to get a knockout. He might be able to do that. Might be able to hurt him. That's what he can do. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree right here. It says, Robert Valley, you're definitely right. If he switches to southpaw, it will help defend against that head kick. Better if Royval, he's looking for that. I mean, probably is, but I would say, yeah, I think he's also better southpaw because Royval is a southpaw himself, and they're more used to fighting conventional style guys. When you have to fight another southpaw, they're not common, and so it makes it more difficult. But what also hurts Kavanaugh is if he's not used to fighting southpaw, which means his defense is not as good southpaw. Close round, but I'm going to have to give it to Royval. Got the takedown, landed a couple good shots from the top, those kind of things. So Kavanaugh, I think, is it's 10-1, it's 10-9. Brandon Royval. It's 1-0. Look at this kid. Nice matchup. Yeah. I'm at 440, 439, 438 of the second round. That's where my timestamp is. Loney's got to get more offensive, man. You lost the first round. There's that head kick you were talking about. Yeah. Nice straight left, though, right there by Royval. Oh, that was a nice shot, though, by Loney Kavanaugh. A little uppercut with a straight right. Nicely done. Oh, Royval's in a lot of trouble. Holy cow. Big shot. Hit him with a straight right. Beautifully done. Get out of the way, ref. Get out of the way, ref. Royval hitting the omoplata. Good way to slow the pace down if you can get to it. Oh, using that long limb. Using those long limbs to defend. Very nicely done. Oh, big elbow by Kavanaugh. Big elbows. 2 big elbows by Kavanaugh. Great job. I love this. I love this lockdown. Hit that omoplata position. Frames the face away. Kind of locks him into position there. It's a great job if you're looking to stall. Loney Kavanaugh's got his right arm stuck a little bit there. There's a gogoplata there. There's the omoplata there. You can use this to also attack on a belly down armbar. There's that gogoplata he was trying to get. Also, you just got to pull up. Kavanaugh doing a good job of landing some big shots. We're still only halfway through the round. So as long as Royval doesn't get caught again, this is where Royval's going to live. He's got to make it right here. He's got to get into his face. The young buck just used all that energy trying to get him out of there. No success. Now, let's see. Here we go. Great job by Royval. Oh, he's chasing that guillotine. Royval doing a great job right now. Great job on surviving, being very careful. Oh, big shot to the, oh, look kind of the back of the head. He's in a lot of trouble. Nice job by Loney Kavanaugh. You see, he used a lot of energy. Look at the way that Kavanaugh looks. He looks a little tired right now, but Royval looks still like he's on stilts. His legs are a little wobbly. Still not underneath him all the way. That's a nice straight left, though, right there by Royval, though. This is where I feel like Brandon Royval needs to keep the fight going. Get in there. Great job by Kavanaugh. Way to mix it up. Royval's thinking we're going to clinch and grind. Nice elbow by Kavanaugh off that little break. Not giving Royval any space. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. Look at Kavanaugh set up that right elbow. He's pushing on that elbow of his, and he's going to try to come over the top. Nope, didn't get it done. Nice work. There's that elbow again. There I am. Left elbow on Kavanaugh. Royval right back into his face. Ooh, he just missed. Royval just missed with that straight left. We got a minute left. Still anyone's round. I know that Loney's winning this round. But another straight left, though, by Royval. Gets the takedown. Gets it. He's on the top position. He's going to have to do some real work here. I think he's going to lose the round regardless unless he gets close to some sort of real serious submission threat. Get busy on those elbows. It's going to be hard for Royval to steal this round. There it is. He's got to make space. He's out. He's on him. Got to stay on him, Royval. This is where I feel like Royval needs to make his living. Got to get his back off the fence. 23 seconds left. 22, 21, 20. Royval just turned and gave him his back. What the hell was that? What are you doing? You literally just turned and gave him your back. Now you're trying to face him. What are you doing? Oh, big elbow and a big left hook by Kavanaugh. Oh, nice flying knee. Got to be careful. 3 seconds. 1 time. Great round. Great round by Loney Kavanaugh. Great round. Holy shit. What a round. Damn. Whoo. What a round. I got everyone texting me, man, what happened to that guy McKinney? These guys I have a lot of friends that are casuals, right? They don't really watch sport, like unless I was fighting or unless somebody I know they knew were fighting. But they're like, man, what happened to that guy McKinney? He was doing so good. He had the fight won. And I was like, story of Terrence McKinney, man. He either knocks you out in the first round or he loses in the first or second round. So, damn. Great round, though, right there by Loney Kavanaugh. Great round. Let me see here. I got to get rid of this shirt. I got to get a different shirt on. This shirt is killing me. Super high maintenance. Here we go. Round 3. This fight's lived up to it, man. I was surprised that this fight wasn't further up on the card. It just, oh, big shot though right there by Royval. Oh, nice little uppercut by Royval. Big elbows. Ooh, Kavanaugh. Oh, Royval's in a lot of trouble. Holy shit. What a fight. Guys, this is how I act when no one's with me inside my studio. When I'm watching inside my theater room, this is how I really act. I love this game. I love this game. Royval in trouble right here with that guillotine. He's got to fight those hands. They both got hurt, so it just really comes down to who's going to win the rest of this round. We're at 414, 407, 406, 405 of the third round. If you guys are trying to sync up with us. Royval's got to get busy, get those elbows. Kavanaugh's got to look to get back to his feet or at least get to a top position. Nice elbows right there. Nice elbows. Nice. go. I have my daughter get me a shirt. She's like, I was texting her. Here we go. He's got him in that side choke position. He can finish it from here. He's in a lot of trouble right now. He's in a lot of trouble. He's got to get that head down. Look at this guy. This guy's still spamming. I can't believe it. Ban user and delete comments. I love this platform when it comes to this. That's tight. He stays here for another minute or 2 minutes, right? And tries to finish that choke. Can't get it. Brandon Royval was in a lot of trouble in this round too early. And so was Loney Kavanaugh. Both of them were in a lot of trouble. There's that. He's on the back now. Got that figure 4. You guys, the reason why I picked Brandon Royval to win this fight is because in situations like this, young men are still learning. Even though he obviously is extremely talented, doing what he did with Brandon Moreno, doing what he's doing right now. I know he's not winning this round, but it's a very close round. But doing what he is, he's showing that he's ready for this level. There's no doubt whatsoever that he's ready to be in this mix. Oh, thank you. This one is... Oh, not this one. This is like too small. Yeah, just bring me the Dreamliner one. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, he's bloodied up right now. But he's got to get out of here. He can't afford to hang out in this position. You're just letting the round get away from you. And I know it's easier said than done. And that's in. That's in. That's in tight. He's pushing that through. He's lifting his chin. It's over. That's in tight. He's under the chin. Yeah. By finish. Beautiful job by Brandon Royval. But when you take the guy that has the most experience in fighting those dog fights, and this was my point this whole week, when you take the guy who is used to fighting in dog fights, this is what you're going to end up with. You're going to end up with a guy who weathers the storm. Thank you. The person who weathers the storm, and he knows how to fight out of it. He's used to being the hammer. And he's also been the nail several times that he can get through it. Brandon Royval is that guy. I was having this conversation with Dean Thomas and with John Morgan when we did the show on Wednesday. And I got to be honest, man, they almost convinced me to switch over to Loney Kavanaugh. Oh, he rocked him right there. Gets after him. And then hits him with that little right uppercut. Then right here, bink. Oh, he rocks Brandon Royval. What a great exchange by both fighters. What a great exchange. Then we get the side choke position here. That really zaps Loney Kavanaugh's energy because he's fighting for his life. He can't breathe. He's already exhausted. They're in the third round, taking big elbows there. He made an exchange in there where he gave his back, and he just got too relaxed. You've got to be fighting for your life in those situations, really not allowing him to establish the rear naked choke. You see Loney Kavanaugh is just kind of dazed and out of it, man. Jeez, what a performance. What a performance by Brandon Royval. I told you guys, take the dog. Take the dog. So, whoo, I threw 200 down on Bobby Green to win. Got that one. I threw 500 down on Brandon Royval to win. I thought that he would be, if he fought a just a grimy fight, just one of those fights where you just got to get after him, make him fight uncomfortable, make the young guy have to dig deep. I thought it'd be a tough fight for him. Thought it'd be a really tough fight for him. So, shit. So far, 2-0 tonight. So far, knock on wood, we keep it going. Knock on wood, we keep it going. But man, I got to be honest, man. 27 years old, Loney Kavanaugh. I know it's not a win, but he's got to win over former champion Brandon Moreno. He was having a great performance against Brandon Royval. It came down to that round. He lost the first, he won the second, and I felt like it was a 50-50 fight in that third until he gave his back. I wasn't impressed from when Brandon Royval got the takedown. I was like, it's still anyone's fight. The way the judges are scoring it these days is it doesn't matter if you get the takedown. If you don't do any damage from the top, you're just changing positions. We went from being on the feet to being on the ground. It's a neutral position. Big John will tell you that. Okay. Other referees will tell you that. Judges are scoring it now that if you take me down, sure, you get a little bit of a point for the takedown. But if you don't do any damage with the takedown, it's really just a change of position. That's all it is. Because if you push me to the fence and you hold me there, but you don't do anything, and I land more strikes against the fence than you, then guess what? I'm winning those exchanges. I'm actually getting more points than you. Yeah, I think most people bet Gable Steveson. So I think that's probably the fair assessment. Most people bet Gable Steveson. So in that exchange, I would say probably, yeah, that's probably the bet that most people took. What's going on there? Yeah. Let me see. Let me go back through the rest of my bets for the night. I picked Giannis. I picked Gable. I picked Whitaker. I picked King Green, and I picked Royval. I lost on the Tracy Cortez. I thought she'd do a better job. I thought she'd be able to get the takedowns and control the top position and do work and do damage. So it wasn't there. It wasn't her night. So yeah, I lost that. Kai Kamaka, I didn't put money down on it, but I was leaning for Kai. I thought Kai had the ability to get the calf kicks and the leg kicks and get it done. But I didn't realize until I saw Luke Riley in there against Kai Kamaka how big Luke Riley is. He made Kai look small. I had Whitaker, Royval, and Bobby. Yeah, so far you good, man. So far you good there, Mr. Idaho 4x4 Bronco. You good. Cash money. But just, man, woof. Great fight, though, by Brandon Royval and Loney Kavanaugh. Great job. Give the young buck his love, man. You guys, if you guys don't follow him on social media, Loney Kavanaugh or Brandon Royval, give them both the follow, man, on Instagram. Hit them up. Give them both the follow. Show them you show support. Even in loss, show some support. Go out there and give them a follow. So let's see where we are right now. You've got, Loney Kavanaugh. Now you got Mario Bautista. You got Cory Sandhagen. Whoo. Does Cory Sandhagen get it done? That's the question. Does Cory Sandhagen get it done? I picked Cory Sandhagen. And you're going to find out. You're going to find out. I love when dads are trying to promote their kids on there. That was great. There he's, man. Dak Prescott lives a couple blocks down the street from me. So he lives right up down the street from me. He's in Vegas watching the Conor fight. Dun, dun, dun. Idaho 4x4. It doesn't allow you? Your internet doesn't allow you? Get a VPN, dog. Get with the times. Fucking boomer. Who says I wish my state? Texas doesn't allow gambling either. What are you talking about? Get a VPN, dude. What's wrong with you? I bet Cory lights out. I bet Cory lights him up, takes him down, chokes him out. There you go. Taylor Sheridan right next to Mario Lopez. Taylor Sheridan. He's done The Lioness. He's done Yellowstone. He's done so many things, man. What's the new one that did? Marshall. He's done, or The Range. Yeah, Marshall, I think is what it's called. What else has he done? Man, he's done a lot of shows, man. I love his stuff. Cory beats Mario. Not sure why people are so heavy. Look, the reason why they're heavy on Mario, man, Mario's talented. And I see it. I understand why. Oh, homeboy got a haircut. That's like a midlife crisis situation right there. That was a fade all the way up. A little bit of a throwback, old school Conor. I mean, hey, one thing you can say about Conor McGregor, that boy knows how to get suits. He knows how to get suited and booted, man. This dude, I know. You fucking dick. Oh, which? Sorry, this guy right here. I know 4x4 Bronco. Josh called me a boomer. He was Strikeforce champ when I was riding the school bus. Oh, go ahead and tell everybody, though, it was the little short yellow school bus, though, wasn't it, huh? It was that short little yellow school bus, right? That's this fucking guy. Oh, shit. Oh, that's great. Oh, man. Yeah, bro. I was trying. I hit up Brennan Shaw, man. He said he was gonna try to do a watch party, like a little viewing party. But I think he decided just to do it on his own. So yep. Yeah, I was gonna drive down there and sit down and fucking watch the fights with him. Okay, look, I picked Cory Sandhagen because I thought the reach, the distance, and the range for Cory would be a lot. And Cory's not the easiest guy to take down. I think the stat from Rob taking him down was like 23 or 32. I'm dyslexic, so excuse me. 32 or 23 takedowns. And he was able to get back up almost every single time. So that should let you know that Mario Bautista is going to have a hard time taking him down and holding him down. And so if he keeps getting back up, the striking to me is going to definitely go to Cory Sandhagen. So, yeah. Bus is a bus, right? Sure, buddy. Sure. The short little yellow one they use in Idaho, I know what that one's for. He looks like he's losing his hair. I mean, I don't know if he's losing his hair. He had good thick hair when he was young. Yeah, there is a scientific study showing that if you use testosterone, it thins your hair. My shit is still fire, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Sandpoint's finest, baby. Sandpoint's finest. I love Sandpoint, man. So I'm actually looking at a couple places up that way. So try to spend some more time up that way, especially during the winter. Get some snow skiing in. Can't wait. Can't wait. Looking for some places right now. See what we can find. Oh, love it up there. Love it. No, I just think, he probably is losing his hair. He probably is. It's thin. I don't want to say it's thinning. It still looks like it's kind of thick, but his receding hairline's gone back a little bit. That's why I feel like he shaved it up so high. Damn. What we got here? Let's see what these odds are here. What do we got on Cory Sandhagen? Cory Sandhagen is a minus 155. You got Mario Bautista at plus 130. I mean, Mario's not a bad bet. I know Dean Thomas and John Morgan both took Mario Bautista to win this fight. So I'm taking Cory Sandhagen. I think the experience on the feet will be too much. If Mario Bautista tries to fight Cory Sandhagen the way that he fought Patchy Mix, it's going to be a hard night. I also think that Umar Nurmagomedov had a hard time taking Cory down in the first 2 rounds. He was able to get him down in the third because Cory started to slow down. This is only a 3-round fight. I think Cory Sandhagen's got enough cardio, enough conditioning, and good enough takedown defense to make Mario fight for those takedowns to the point where like he'll start wondering if it's worth it. Because if Cory starts stuffing the takedowns and landing more strikes out of those exchanges, then Mario's going to have to start fighting with like a sense of urgency and start making mistakes and start kind of like pushing the pace so much that it may leave himself vulnerable to getting caught and knocked out. So it's a very difficult fight for Mario Bautista to fight. I said this week, I'm not saying he needs to fight a perfect fight, but he's going to have to fight a somewhat flawless fight to get this win. Now, he could catch Cory. Cory is somebody that, he took some big shots against Merab, obviously, and that was his last fight. You know what I mean? But he took some big shots in the Merab fight. But Mario Bautista has been getting better every single time he steps in the cage. And every single time that I have counted him out, he's went out there and either got the win or he's made it very difficult for the person that he was fighting to get the win. So he's getting better every single time. So, oh man, let's see what happens. I think Cory wins with the wrestling. Cory could take Mario Bautista down and try to be in the top position. I don't think that's what Cory does though. I think Cory, he may threaten the takedown here and there to maybe have Bautista think about it, but I don't think so. I think the slickness. If you guys watch Cory Sandhagen on his Instagram or on any of his social media platforms, like he breaks down fights probably better than anyone, like techniques, I should say. And so he is really a true student of the game. where he sees the little intricacies of how a fighter moves. And I would imagine he watches a ton of tape, because I think he'll find some weaknesses in Bautista's game that probably haven't been figured out yet by other fighters. And so Bautista's going to find out here soon. But I think Bautista, like I said, has been looking really good. And even the fights that he's lost, like, damn, he fought way better than I thought he was gonna. So the Umar fight, I thought he fought a really damn good fight in that fight. He fought way better than I thought I gave him credit for. I thought Umar was going to be able to do whatever he wanted to him, and that was not the case. Not the case at all. So I think if anyone deserves a lot of credit and where they're headed and what they've been doing, it's Mario Bautista. There you go, Cory Sandhagen. What also is very difficult for guys like Mario Bautista or any fighter that's a little bit short, Cory Sandhagen is 5'11", 135 pounds. Anytime you fight a guy that is that long, it's very difficult. It's just difficult to deal with them. So hold on, guys. I'm gonna do something real quick. I gotta get rid of this shirt. Give me a sec. No, I'm not stripping in front of you guys. Calm down. I'll be off camera 2 seconds. There we go. Much better. Woo. Ta-da! Oh, much better. Couldn't get with the white shirt. Oh, it made me look homeless. I didn't like it. Man, 5'11", 135 pounds. That's wild. It's funny. I got a story for you guys on him. Man, look at these dudes still spamming. Why are these guys spamming? Ban user. Yeah, we're going to just get rid of these guys. See you later. No way, Josh. Put on the shirt with the Herb Dean saying it's going to be bad. Yeah, man, Herb. I'm going to give Herb some time to rest before I go wearing those shirts. Josh, I moved from Alameda, California to Twin Falls, Idaho. Kimberly, actually, don't sleep on Southern Idaho, especially if you have a family. Look, I've got a lot of friends that live in Eagle. I got a lot of friends that live in Boise. And look, I'm not saying anything about Southern Idaho. It's just not my cup of tea. I need mountains and trees and lakes and I need ski mountains. I need to go hiking. I need to go do all those things. Southern Idaho is more like just hills. And don't get me wrong, I live in Texas now. There's not a fucking mountain to be seen anywhere near me. There ain't nothing around. So, you got to go down to like the Woodlands, which is 6 hours from me or some shit. So I don't head down that way, but man. Oh, geez. Here we go. Number 4 versus number 7. Big fight. Big fight. Here we go. You know, a fight that I'd like to see, which I don't even know if they, I don't know if they fought or not. Yeah, they have. Doctor, stop it. Oh, that was Cory Sandhagen, though. I want to see this one. What about Bautista and Song Yadong? Have they fought? Mario Bautista? No, they haven't. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. That might be a fun fight. Bautista's 33 years old. How old is Cory? Cory's getting a little up in there in age too, right? Let's see. Cory's what? Cory's 34. Yeah, same. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, I know Song is fighting. I know Song Yadong's fighting Umar. Bro, come on, man. Of course I know Umar. Who's fighting Umar? Come on. Will I stream the fight? No, I will not stream the fight. You're not allowed to. It's illegal. I'll get kicked off YouTube if we stream the fight. It actually says in the descriptions too, I will not be streaming the fights. It is linked up. We are going to be, it's round 1, 456, 455, 454. Mario Bautista, great job on coming straight out, taking the center of the cage. This is where Cory Sandhagen makes his living. These little movements here. He's moving a lot early. I think he's realizing that Bautista wants to try to like lock in and try to get a takedown early. Throw the big shot. Bautista doesn't look as small as I thought he would against tall Cory Sandhagen. Ooh. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, Batista's rocked. Cory hit him with that little left hook. Yeah, Batista's in a lot of trouble right now. You can tell that Cory didn't want to rush in. Oh, there's that head kick. Nice job with the left hook. Setting up that head kick. Oh, nice shot, though, by Bautista. He's back. He's back. Bautista was in a lot of trouble right there. Nice job right there. Changing the levels by Bautista. Great job. This is where Cory is like, he made Merab work for the takedowns, and he made Umar work for the takedowns. And then he's going to try to get one of his own. There's those knees. Right to that liver side, which is nasty. Yeah, he rocked Mario Bautista in that first exchange. I like this. I like what I'm seeing right now out of Cory Sandhagen. There we go. Nice elbow over the top by Cory. Then he just pushed his hand out right in front, kind of landed a nice little shot on the exit. Cory doing a good job. Just keep switching the stance. Never allowing Bautista to kind of settle on whether he's going to wrestle or whether he's going to strike. Batista's getting caught into like the Cory game of all the switching and all the moving. He doesn't know what to do. He just got to stand in front of him and just, hey. Oh, nice shot though by Bautista. Hit him with a straight right. Kind of hit him with another little straight right again. The hardest shot right now. Oh, nice. Little uppercut to the body. Yeah, guys, everyone hit that like and subscribe button. I would appreciate you guys. If you guys could do that, you guys would be awesome. If you guys are new to the channel, I hope you guys go back and watch. I did the Kyle Snyder Olympic gold medalist interview. That one dropped this week. He wrestled today in Roth Wrestling over in Georgia, Tbilisi. Got the win over two-time Olympic gold medalist Sajulayev. They are now 3-2. It's probably the biggest rivalry in wrestling, period. It's a great rivalry between the two. But USA versus Dagestan Wrestle, which is fantastic to watch every single time. Both guys look a little out of sort right now. Like so much movement that they're not really landing anything clean. Cory landed something earlier. Bautista landed something as well a little earlier. Dean Thomas and John Morgan seemed to think that Bautista was going to win this fight. And I honestly, I thought that it leaned a lot more towards Cory Sandhagen on the feet. But I mean, Bautista's doing a really good job. You could tell he's got the power. He's just not hitting him clean just yet. He's still trying to find that range. It's very hard to fight at a high level at 34, 35, 36, especially in the lighter weight classes, because as the younger guys come up, they're just faster. Doesn't matter how fast you are, just it's very difficult. Nice job by Cory. Nice. Got up with the little check. Check left hook. I like how Cory's mixing it up. A little bit of the wrestling. Yeah, Cory's left hand is fine on the mark for sure. Nice little step in elbow, but then Bautista answers with a 3-punch combo. Beautiful takedown. The way Bautista lowered the level, nicely done. Uh-oh, Suloev stretch. Will we see the Suloev stretch? He doesn't have the full figure 4, though, so he's going to have to, yeah, he doesn't have it yet. Oh, knee bar. Oh, it's on. Look at, oh, watch that reverse heel hook. He's got to watch that reverse heel hook. Ooh, rounds ends. Bautista maybe won that. Oh, that knee hurts. You saw him get up. You saw him get up and wince a little bit. Oof. Cory's knee. I'm going to give that round to Bautista. I think, yeah, this stretch is a wild one. Oh, man. I think Bautista won the round at the very end there. I think he got the win. I think he got the nod at the very end. The way he was able to attack that knee bar. That was very impressive. Very impressive. Yeah, he was limping after when he got up. He took a little stutter step. Definitely. Damn. Man. I have Cory Sandhagen, man. Like I said, I picked Cory to win this fight. And I know that Dean Thomas didn't. I know that John Morgan didn't. Oh, man. Knee injuries are terrifying, especially if you're 34 years old, trying to make a living being a fighter. Very hard to come back. Oh, yeah, his knee's bothering him. He came out like straight-legged. Look at, they're showing the replay on it. Oh, okay, he can't move now. Look at him. He's going to have to just box. I don't know if he's got anything left in that knee. Damn. Great job by Bautista, though. There's that calf kick, that knee kick. Nicely done. If I'm Bautista's corner, I'm telling him, like, hey, that knee bar had an effect. Let's get after that leg. Yeah, Cory doesn't know what to do, man. It feels like, I bet you his knee feels a little unstable right now. Oof. I wonder if it was like the stretch. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, he's afraid to put any weight really on that thing. It ain't over yet. You're right. It ain't over yet. I just feel like a lot of the way that Cory sets up his boxing is from his kicks. And you can tell, like, his leg is not, he's not able to put a lot of pressure on it. He's second guessing everything right now. Yeah, he's got a box. A lot of what Cory does is set up through his kicks. This is not looking good for Cory. There's that kick again. Oh. Oh, man. It looks like it's moving inward every time Bautista kicks it. Like it's bucking. It's like buckling inward. I don't know how Cory's still fighting. What a stud. Cory's got to let the hands go. The only way he's going to win this fight is by letting the hands go. Unless he's able to catch him with some sort of submission and some sort of exchange. But I think Bautista is comfortable just being on the feet right now because the kicks are they're non-existent for Cory Sandhagen right now. I think Bautista knows that he's not kicking. He's going to move and try and box. Damn. Bautista doing a good job in and out. Oof. If I'm Bautista, Bautista's got a little cut. Good job. By Cory. I mean, like, if I'm Bautista, oh, that was nice, though. Like, I like how he switched the stance and then landed the straight jab. Cory doing a great job. I think just because we saw the end of the first round, but Cory's fighting this round like as if there's nothing wrong. I mean, his kicks have gone away. You can tell the knee's bothering him, but he's just not using that weapon anymore. Great job, though, by him. Corey's got to let these hands go, man. A little bit tighter. Are the guys in the white ref shirts judges or what? In the white ref? No, those are probably like the replay guys. I don't know what they are. I wouldn't imagine that they would be. I've never seen guys. Maybe they're guys just wearing Arsenal jerseys or something. Maybe they're wearing soccer jerseys because of the World Cup. I don't know. Probably two guys at like a pub that watched the games earlier and like, you know what? Let's go to the UFC. Let's buy some tickets. Oh, you only got front row. Let me get those. There we go. 20 seconds left in the second round. Up. Corey's up. Corey's got to land more, man. I don't know. This is a close round. If I'm a ref, I don't know how I score this. I probably would score it for Bautista. Close round, though. Oh! Close round. How'd you guys score that round? Bautista? You got it from Bautista? Eric Matthews. What's up, buddy? What's my kid doing? Huh? If I knew you were gonna have people over the house, man, I wouldn't have set up the stage for filming tonight. I could have watched the fights at your place, came back and filmed right after. But man, Eric Matthews. What's up, big dog? Yeah, I got Bautista probably winning both rounds. You can tell. Corey's got to get this. He's got to get this finish. He's got to get this finish. Damn. It could be 1-1. I doubt it, though, to be honest. I think it's probably 2-0 for Bautista. There we go. Big boy's getting his hands wrapped. Oof. Stretching it out around the thumb. See how he's putting the scissors in there, the backside of the scissors in there to stretch it out. That thumb, when they tape it, it gets real tight and then starts to cut the circulation off to your thumb. So then what the guys will do is they'll put the back of their scissors, because they usually carry nurses' scissors, and they'll put the back of the scissors up there and they'll kind of like stretch it out so it doesn't cut the circulation off anymore. Ooh, I like that. Wonder if Bautista thinks he's ahead 2-0. I mean, first round could have went. Oh, Corey's in a lot of trouble. Big shots there, right there. Corey's in a lot of trouble. Turtled up, rolled through for the leg lock. Not where you want to be, though, when you're hurt, is attacking those legs. Good job. Oh, he's going to hit that. He's going to hit that. He's trying to hit the reverse heel hook. He's got to get that leg back. It's very difficult to get the leg back once you get a tall, long guy who's locked in the figure four on it. Bautista doing a good job tucking that heel up underneath Cory Sandhagen. Damn. Corey got rocked, though. Big shot. Here we go. See the replay. Big left hook, though, by Bautista. Drops Corey. Nice job, man. Oh, he tried that spinning back elbow. Bautista saw it coming a mile away. Nice job by Bautista. Grinding on him. Good job. Watch that side choke. Here comes that side choke. Somebody texted me earlier going, hey, can Bautista win by submission? I think we were on here. Said, hey, can Bautista win by submission? It was like one of the first comments of the night. And I was like, probably not. I don't think so. I mean, man, he had his chance right there, though, to try to attack that side choke. Corey's got to get it back. Yeah, an L's an L, man. You got to get after it if you want to try to win this fight. Damn, that knee injury changed. It did change the fight. I mean, I don't know. I never realized until this moment how much Cory Sandhagen's boxing is relying on his kicking. This fight really opened it up for me. This is how it goes. 100%. 100%. Yep. I don't want to say I'm back to even money, after this fight because I put 500 on Cory to win this fight. I thought he would get it done. Good job though by Bautista, man. Just the way he tacked that knee bar at the very end of the first round changed the whole dynamic of how this fight went for Cory Sandhagen. The ability to not be able to kick the rest of the fight, strictly relying upon his boxing, and Bautista just the heavier hitter. And you can just tell that man. Great job by Bautista. Great performance today by Bautista. He's chasing. We got a minute left in the third round. Mario Bautista and Cory Sandhagen. Cory's got to peek out that side. He's got to just be trying to get submission after submission. There's times where you just got to try to go for broke. A loss is a loss. It still shows up as an L next to your name when you look at the stats. Yeah. "30 seconds left. Man. Whew. Let's see here. I almost feel like I got to film a podcast just standing up. Oh, he got rocked again. Bautista fighting smart. That's fight IQ right there. Great job by Bautista. Great performance by Bautista. Great performance. Can't take anything away from that, man. Oof. Cory's got to be frustrated. Yeah. Well, can't win them all, man. Didn't get it, but understand. That's the fight game right there. Here we go. Paddy Pimblett, Benoît Saint Denis. I went with Paddy on this one. Let's take a look at how we are scheduled with the Paddy Pimblett. Paddy right now is a plus 114 dog. You got BSD as a minus 135. I got this fight going. Oh, it's favored to go under 2.5. Oh, is this a 5-round fight? Is this a 5-round fight? I think it is. Is it? Oh, no, it's not. It's the 3 rounds. It's 3 rounds. So it says it's favored to go under 2.5 at a minus 135. Yeah, I don't think it. I think someone does get finished in this fight. I think either Paddy gets a submission, or and I don't know if Scousers get knocked out. I don't know, man. This is gonna be a good fight, though. I felt like this was probably gonna be one of the fight of the nights on the card. No, it's done. What do you mean it's done? I went Paddy by submission. Paddy underdog is crazy. I do agree with that. I do agree. Paddy underdog is pretty damn crazy to me. Let me ask you guys this. Did you guys hear the pop that Paddy Pimblett got at the presser? Did you guys hear the pop? To me, I feel like Paddy might be that next big star. He's got to win tonight, obviously. Yeah. What was the scorecards? Can you guys tell me what the scorecards were? I couldn't hear them. 30-27, 29-28. What was it? Dude, Paddy's a star. There's no doubt about it whether he's a star. I'm not saying he's not a star, but he got it. To me, I feel like he got a bigger pop than Conor McGregor. And people were talking about that. Yeah, it's crazy. I think too, I love the way that he handled himself this whole week. He just kept talking about, man, I'm up on the stage right now. Conor McGregor's up here on the stage. And you know, Paddy on the come up was probably always being compared to him and you know, leading into it all, and people were making the comparisons. And I think ultimately it was good. Like it worked for him, man. It worked for him. 29-28, all three. Yeah, it makes sense. I wonder what round they gave. See if we can see it pop. No, nothing. I wonder what round they gave Cory. If they gave him the second round or if they gave him the first round. Because the first round was very close, and he rocked Bautista in the first round. So I wonder what round they gave Cory. They did. They definitely didn't give him the third, and second was very close. So they for sure gave him two. You think so? Oh, this is very true. 4x4 Bronco here. He's saying the odds makers forgot what Moicano did to BSD. Losing to Justin doesn't lower your stock. I would agree losing to Justin doesn't lower your stock. I would agree. But they do forget what Moicano did. But Moicano to me is like a more refined striker. Paddy Pimblett still keeps his chin in the air when he backs away. You know, so I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot that you could take away from those. And we're trying to do MMA math. That stuff doesn't add up. Says, I've never spoken to a celebrity before. What's up, Josh? Can you give a quick shout out to Boise, Idaho? What's up, Boise, Idaho? Look, I love Boise, Idaho. I love Idaho in general. When I was taking a look at where to move outside of California, it was going to be somewhere in Idaho, or it was going to be somewhere in like Durham, Raleigh, North Carolina, that area, or it was going to be somewhere in Texas. I was thinking about Nashville as well. And then I had a lot of friends that moved to Nashville and they're like, it's great. But then when I went to go and I've visited a bunch of times, it felt like another version of a California about to happen. Very much like how I felt about Austin. And I was like, all right, look, I'm not leaving California just to go to shittier weather and have just California. So I didn't move to those locations. But I did look at those locations. I did think about it for sure. This is the greatest thing over here. Two judges gave second round to Cory. That makes sense. The other judge gave Cory the first. See, he rocked Bautista early in the first, and then Bautista got close to the submission at the end. I think he gave him more credit for rocking Bautista than the actual submission attempt, because the submission attempt didn't seem like it was close, except that we just saw Cory get up with a limp. That's the only thing that made it feel like it was close. Let's see. Here we go. BSD. Let's talk about this. Paddy Pimblett being the underdog is wild to me at a plus 114. And you've got BSD at a minus 135. Oof, man. Oof. To go over 2.5 rounds. You guys think it'll go more than this than half the third round? Or half, yeah. Do you guys think it'll go more than half the third round? Will it go more than 2.5 rounds? Will it go into the third round? Period. I think it possibly may get into the third round. Yeah. Let's see. Paddy, man. Paddy the Paddy. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Paddy the Pat. I know. Bro, I never said I could sing. Calm down, guys. Calm down. Yeah, Paddy being the dog is wild. Trying to find a place to move to now. Currently in Colorado. Colorado sucks. Jesus, man. Get out of there. It's beautiful in areas, and but man, see, for me, like, I love skiing, snow skiing, and man, the prices to ski in Colorado is fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let me see here. My son is texting me right now. Let me see. He's like, hey, I'm headed home. He's watching the Argentina game with a bunch of his friends. BSD got this, and France will be in the World Cup finals. Yeah. Yep. France right now looks like they're on a mission. They look like they are so pissed off that they lost the last World Cup to Argentina in the finals. Yeah. Wild to me, man. They're on a mission right now. Mbappe's playing lights out. I mean, England had a really good game today. I mean, they were able to dig deep against Norway. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Damn. Here we go. There he is, Paddy the Batty. Dun dun dun. 8:51 a.m. golf tomorrow. Let's see. I gotta film, I think, in the morning. They were filming tomorrow morning with Big Ants to do a full recap on this thing. Don't think I can. I think Big Eric's listening. He's the one that just texted me, the one I was just talking to. Let's see. Yeah, look, the odds are crazy to me. Let's see if we can. Let's take a look at how this potentially. What are the odds? I could potentially take Paddy by submission. I potentially could take Paddy by submission. Let's see what this looks like. Other methods of victory. Paddy by submission is a plus 550. Wild, man. They have Saint Denis winning by submission is a plus 330, which is crazy to me. I would say Paddy by submission would be more likely. Paddy by decision or BSD, it's both plus 400. KO plus 330. Damn, man, this is wild to me. If you pick any of these ways of victory, so plus KO, TKO is a plus 150, submission is a plus 175, doesn't matter who gets it. A decision is a plus 165, and a draw is a plus 5,000. Damn. Let's see. How do you guys see this fight going? Right after we get done here, man, I'm going to jump off of, once we're done with the main event, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to get back on. I have my next show. I'm going to give you guys my full reaction on these fights for the main card. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to film with Angelo, I think at 8:30 a.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. We'll give you guys a full recap on the full card. And then we'll talk some news as well, because there's a lot to talk about in some news. Conor by TKO, round 1. Godflame, Texas. What does that mean? Godflame, Texas. We're going to find out. Paddy the star, man. Paddy the Batty. We're going to see. I mean, there was moments in the fight Paddy Pimblett had with Justin Gaethje where Justin got hurt, I think, in the second or the third round with Paddy Pimblett, which was wild to me. Now, if he can do something like that against BSD, oof. Man, the UFC is really good at they find the dime pieces in the crowd, and they're like, okay, let's just put them right there. Let's just go right there to them. There we go. Look at these guys singing. Oh, this is great. Everyone out there with their cameras on, doing it for the gram, baby. Do it for the gram. This guy, who's this guy? Skinny legs. Do it for the gram. Look, we got these guys blowing up our chat right now. Don't they realize that it's not pay-per-view? No one cares. So please stop trying to get people to tune into you. God Flame is my music project. John Armstrong from H-Town. All right, John Armstrong. Give yourself a little plug there. God Flame is your music project. Good job. Justin is a monster. He needs to come back to his leg kick. I do agree he needs to go back to his leg kicks. But look, if he's having success the way it is right now, man, why change anything? He is the lightweight champ, the undisputed lightweight champ right now. Don't change it if it ain't broke. I'm sorry. Will you be showing? Man, this guy. No, I cannot show the fights. If I show the fights, they'll take me down. So no, I'm not showing the fights. We're just talking over the fights. That's what we do. I'm giving you guys my my opinion as the action is going on. Using my expert opinion. There he is. He's ready. Look at the girls. They love him. They love him. This guy. This guy. What is this guy? Paddy the Baddie. Yeah. You're moving to Vegas, Idaho? Damn. Oh, you're moving to Vegas because of the dime pieces. Just saw that. Look at him. Look at him. Sorry, ladies. He's married. Oh, damn. That's wild. This guy has made a name off of this and then that like funky dance that he did after he beat the one guy that does the twerking. Crazy, crazy. Awesome, man. Awesome. Dun, dun, dun. Damn. My daughter played with my daughter's only in second grade, and she went to go play with she has some friends that are in the neighborhood, and she went to go play some indoor soccer with her group with their team. And the Order Flow Lab, hey, what's up, man? And they're all going to be fourth graders, and my daughter will be in second grade coming up, and they're all going to be in fourth grade. And so she went to go play soccer with them, and she played goalie for the first half. She let 2 goals in, and these girls were all big. But then she goes out there and she does really well in the second half when she plays on the field. But it was just funny because the coach is a friend of mine, which happens to be like friends with her or the dad of like some of her friends. And they're like, hey, we got to get her on like our club team because she's really good. I was like, I'm not doing any club stuff, man. Not right now for her. She's only 7. Let's just wait. But it's good. It feels good to hear your kids doing really well with fourth graders. So Paddy is more like he used to be than he is now. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? He's more like he used to be than he is now. Paddy's awesome, man. He's enjoying this moment. I don't know, when guys come out this relaxed and they get the energy going, like Tucker Carlson, I'm surprised. Wow. There's Theo. Theo's the man, dude. Theo's the one guy, outside of Rogan, Theo's like the one guy, I would love to do his pod. He's that guy. That guy's fucking awesome. He's awesome. I love watching him on the mic or listening to him on the mic earlier when they did the side cage thing, that the sidebar, whatever it was. That was awesome. And then I go through, when I get stuck on Twitter, not Twitter, I get stuck on YouTube, going down total fucking rabbit hole of just his sound bites. It's hilarious. Hilarious. So he's so funny. Mike Tyson in the crowd dancing. Mike Tyson living his best life, man. Think about what that guy's been through in his life. And And still just, yeah, what he's been through, man. I run a youth soccer. Let's see what you have to say. Robert Valley, Ninja Bob. I run a youth soccer club, and everyone always tries to push kids to travel at such a young age. It burns kids out later. Let them be kids. Good choice. I mean, we took that approach with my son, like with the travel soccer and the travel lacrosse. But my son is like my son with travel soccer. He was good, but I could kind of tell he was like their lead center back for his team. They were a good team. They weren't great, but he was so much better at lacrosse, and he plays on one of the top teams in the country. I think they're number 4 right now in the country on his lacrosse team. And so we travel all for that. But I like for my daughter, I can tell she's still just having fun. Where my son was very intentional about like he does his wall ball every day. He does his, a couple hundred shots every day on his goal in his backyard. Like he's very intentional about what he wants to do. Whereas my daughter's like, I don't care. I just want to play. And like, she called me after the game she just had, and she's like giving me the full rundown of like, these big girls were like trying to push me. And then the girl, she had a red face. So I called her. I said like, you have strawberry face. I was like, already talking trash at 7. Like, what are you doing? Whereas, yeah, my son's a little more intentional about what he wants to do. We're gonna slow play it a little bit. She'll let me know what she wants to do right now. She loves track. So we've got her signed up on all the rec track stuff. Theo is the man. I would agree, man. Theo Vaughn is the man. Absolutely. This will definitely be a fun fight. I figured this fight and the Lodi Kavanaugh and Brandon Royval would probably be fights of the night. Probably. Do any of you guys have a wife that doesn't know how to ride a bike? Like my wife can't ride a bike. It's baffles me. I'm like, what did you guys do as kids? And then I'm like part of the family group chat, and her mom just asked her if she knew how to ride a bike because like all the other sisters were all in California riding bike today. And it was just funny because like now the mom jumps on and goes, hey, so like, do you know how to ride? Ask my wife, do you know how to ride a bike? I'm waiting to see if she replies. It's so funny. Whereas my son is out here, riding and jumping trails and doing stuff at 12 years old. And my daughter's out here trying to do wheelies on her electric bike at 7. My wife, she said, can't ride a bike. What a question to ask. So it's legit. Theo is the man. What was the question? Santa Monica, California is turning Irish here, Josh. Nothing wrong with that. Santa Monica, California, Irish turning Irish. That's good. Theo is the man. Bro, I have a serious question. Is this one legit? I have been like 10 before you please, bro. What? This will be a fun fight. No, it will be. This fight will be a fun one. This fight is 100% legit. This is a great fight. This is a damn good fight. I'm excited for this fight. I've got Paddy winning the fight. Look, my betting so far for the card is doing pretty well. The only fight I've lost so far is the Bautista fight. But, Oh, Chris. Man, I got to call you out, brother. You said you hit it here first. In the Bobby Lee voice, you hit it here first. McGregor's going to win. All right. If you say so, you say so. Chris Swearingen. We're going to find out if he wins. We'll find out. I think Max, if he does win, it'll be in the first 2 rounds. But after that, I think it'll be all Max. I don't even know if he'll get through the second round. I'm not saying he'll get finished, but I'm saying I don't know if he'll look good and win the second round. Bro, what happened to Keto George? Keto's still doing his thing, man. He moved back to Illinois, I believe. Illinois, yeah. Out there doing family stuff. Got a full-time job, and then that kind of cut into when I needed him to do stuff. And then I lost it. And then when Big John and when we lost a couple of sponsors, Big John had to go back, or didn't have to, but wanted to go back to refereeing anyways. And so it was kind of like, all right, well, let me just try to rebuild this whole thing. Zeke6629 is a member. If you guys don't know about our member program, what I do is I invite a member on the show once a month. We haven't done it in 2 months, by the way, so I apologize. But yeah, thanks for being a member for 21 months, you animal. Thank you so much for continuing to be a member. I appreciate it. It says Conor and Paddy need to win or lose together so they can fight each other. I would agree. The biggest fight you could possibly make for Conor's last fight on his contract is Paddy Pimblett. And I honestly believe the way that Paddy has been acting this whole week, I feel like he knows that they have asked him about that fight. He's got a smile on his face every single time Conor has talked. I think he has admired what Conor's done in his career, and the ability to potentially have that fight next is right here with a win. I think if he wins this fight, doesn't matter if Conor wins or loses, he would love to have that Conor fight. And if I'm the UFC, I want Paddy to have that fight because there's a good chance that you could take a young guy like Paddy who's 28 years old or something like that, 29 years old, and I got him for another 5 years to promote him and build him up throughout his country and sell more Paramount Plus subscriptions and all that shit. I mean, it just makes sense. BSD looks huge, man. This guy looks huge. This guy's got, these guys all have way more power than I ever had when I was fighting. I'm so jealous. Yeah. Damn. Is that Cunningham? Oh my God, it is. I love her. She is my all-time favorite. This girl. She's the best. Oh, geez. Here we go. Round 1, 456, 455, 454 of Paddy Pimblett and BSD. Oh, BSD right to it. Oh, right to that front choke. Right to that front. Man, Paddy looks strong. There it is. I was saying if Paddy was going to win, it could be by submission. Oh, snap, son. He's gonna trap that right arm of BSD with his left elbow. He's going to squeeze, and then he's going to throw that left knee over. There it is. Yep, throw the left leg over, and it's in. It's over. It is over. He's trying to find a way to tap. Oh, he might have actually wheeled himself out of it. He's out. Oh, man. Paddy the baddie. Oh, so what he did there is he threw that left leg over the arm, actually threw it up over his back instead. Beautifully done with the finish. What? 23 seconds, 25 seconds? Nope, almost a full minute. He locks it in. Look at Dana's. Get back in the cage. He's like, nah. Let me have some fun. Let me get the dance on. That was on. What? Wow, we got ourselves a star, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a star. Hello, Paddy the baddie. Here we go with the goofy dance. Yeah, I'm sold, man. You guys, I'm sorry, guys, but I was all in on Paddy from the jump, not from the jump of his career, but from when I saw him start just relaxing and having fun on this thing. It's great. Absolutely fantastic. Horrible. I picked Cory as well. I don't want to make you feel too bad, but man, I picked Cory as well. Look at this guy. A joke. What are you guys talking about? Man, fucking knew it. Right there. Look at that. I was concerned right there that BSD was going to end up over the top. But you go back to BSD's first original fight in the UFC. He got mauled on the ground. That referee got fired after that. That referee has never reffed ever again in the UFC because that referee is not allowed to ref anymore. That's how bad BSD got beat up on the ground. And I was like, Paddy is a very good grappler. So, man, when I saw this matchup and I thought to myself, I'm like, man, if this fight goes to the ground, I would lean a lot more towards Paddy Pimblett. Look at him. These guys. Oh, Dana's like, what the hell? Look at Theo Vaughn. Bro, I love Theo. Love it. There we go. That's a great performance. Gets it done. Let's all do the dance. Let's all do the dance. Love it. Love it. Goofy ass dance, but I love it. Fits in perfectly. Nah, it wasn't 30 seconds. Not sure if there's something more demoralizing for a fighter than getting choked in the first 30 seconds. Well, it was actually wasn't 30 seconds, it was a minute. But regardless, very, very tough one. Give the kiddos a shout out. What's up, kids? How you guys doing, man? I think we've got Luke, we've got Cooper, we've got Kaysen, we got Kellen, I give my kid's name is last, obviously, out of the group. I don't know what other kids are there, but hey, man, giving all the kids over at the Matthews house a shout out. Hey, who's winning Argentina right now and winning that game? Go ahead, Mr. Matthews. Tell me, who's winning the game? Who's winning the Argentina game? Let me know. You guys know the score. Let me know. These guys. That wasn't a fight. Look, you guys are mad. I think I put 2,000 down on Paddy to win by submission and Paddy to win. So I had him to win by submission. Yeah. My only loss so far tonight has been Cory Sandhagen, which John Morgan and Dean Thomas both took Bautista. But then again, they also both took Loner Kavanaugh. So, and I took Brandon Royval. So, I mean, yeah. One step closer to that Sandpoint house. Yeah. Right. One step closer. We'll see, man. We'll see. You need to talk to your advisor. Yeah, my advisor. Oh, man. My advisor is Mr. Matthews there on my chat. He just keeps telling me that I need to give him the money so he can put it away for me. Man. Look at that. Beautifully done. Mr. Matthews, we just went over a choke very similar to this. So what he did, instead of going over the elbow, he actually threw it over the back. It was very much like a Peruvian necktie. But he's long enough to hit it in a Darce position. Look at him squeeze. Look at the look on his face. Oh, he's out. He's out. Damn. Just damn. Bro, Godflame, Texas, you're absolutely correct. It's wild, isn't it? Oh, whoops, not that thing. It's wild, isn't it? Right here. Bautista looks like he's 70 years old. Grandmother in the face. Well, like a grandfather, not grandmother. But yeah, it's weird. Like, he looks older. He's 33 years old, but he looks older. Yeah, he's been a dog, though. That guy deserves a lot of credit. He fought a really, really tough Cory Sandhagen. Yeah, I still train. Every once in a while. Not as much as I should. I went back to training a couple weeks ago, and then I actually went back again this week. And literally just threw my back out. Like, out of nowhere in the middle of training. My back went out on me, and I finished the rest of the rounds. And then I got home, and I couldn't walk for like the rest of the day. Jens and Josh Thomson. Jens and I are good friends, have the same laugh. Jens is a good dude, man. Jens and I were supposed to fight a couple times. Jens is from Boise, Idaho, if you guys don't know. Yeah, Jens is a great dude, man. He's been on the pod. I got to get him back on. That's another guy I got to get on. He's great. Jens Pulver is fucking awesome. He's a great dude. Great dude. So I saw him at the last CFFC that I worked in Philly. Yes, Jens Pulver. Jens Pulver's from Boise, Idaho, dude. I believe he wrestled at Boise State, but he's like from that area. Him and I were supposed to fight a couple times in Boise. Fight never came to fruition because he got signed by the UFC. Jens is a good dude, man. Yeah, he's 33. Yep, 33. That's crazy, right? That Bautista is 33 years old. Yeah, he looks like he's 70. So, yeah, how do you not love that guy? That's what I'm wondering. How do you not love that guy? He's great. Look at these guys. No, Gallagher got his boys. Both his boys are taller than him. I hope my kids. Puka Nakua. Man, it's crazy. That guy went in like the 5th round or something. Guy's probably the best receiver in the league right now. Jeez. There's the man. There's the man. That guy can fight. Diego Lopez, he can fight. Whew. Damn. Here we go. Here we go. Those of you guys that don't know, I'm going to jump off of this after the main event. I'm going to jump right off of it. I'm going to log right back in and give you guys my full recap on the actual performance of the fights for the main card. Okay? Give you my instant reaction right afterwards, and then tomorrow morning, 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time, Big Angelo and I are going to jump on here and give you guys a full recap. Nope. Godflame, Texas. No Thompson versus Diaz 2. I have no interest in fighting him, man. I had some interest. The way he looked his last fight, it looked horrible. Doesn't interest me anymore. Lost it. There's no, I have nothing. There it is. Mr. Mohawk. Went out and got a Mohawk. I don't know. There's that. Look at this is where I feel like Conor makes his living off that southpaw stance, and he's used to grabbing the hand and having success with that. If Max fights him in a conventional stance, it'll be, I think, a little bit harder for Max early. But if Max fights him in a southpaw stance, he might have more success. Conor hasn't really fought southpaws as well as he's fought conventional guys. There's not a big sample size there either, so be just so you guys are aware, there's not a big enough sample size either. But I feel like you look at the size of Conor McGregor right now, look at his waist and his trunk, look at Max. Max doesn't look like he's put on much more weight after he made the weight at 170, whereas Conor looks like he's probably about 185. Now, will his conditioning be there? I don't know. His conditioning's never really been there, to be honest. Like, he's never had great conditioning after a certain point. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I don't know. I look at Conor. I think we'll be able to probably do really well in the first 2 rounds. I think also, too, Conor will be able to weather the punching power of Max Holloway. Max has never been considered a power puncher. He's been considered a lot of output. I think he holds the record, or did hold the record for the most punches landed in a fight, I think, against Calvin Kattar. It was some ridiculous amount of strikes, like 1,100 or something like that. Something crazy that he landed some certain amount of strikes in a fight against, I believe it was against Calvin Kattar. So I don't know. I think that if Conor gets tired enough in the later rounds, 4 and 5, I think that Max could get him out of there. But I think Conor will be able to handle the punching power of Max for at least the first 3 rounds. It'll be close. By the round 3, he might start to slow down a little bit. We'll see what kind of shape he's in. We'll definitely have to see what kind of shape he's in. It doesn't matter if you live in the gym. Doesn't matter. The guy has been doing things to his body over the last 5 years that Max Holloway just has not been doing, that none of these professional fighters have been doing. Now, maybe they've dabbled in some of the stuff that Conor has done, but to the extent of like a week or a night or a weekend, but not to a 5-year bender. And so that's what's going to make the difference. You know, do I think he is motivated, Conor McGregor? Absolutely. Do I think he probably is back on track into trying to reinvent himself? Absolutely. But it's just too difficult to do what he did over a 5-year period. Like John Morgan brought up a good point, you guys. Who has ever gone away for 5 years from any sport and come back and been better or equal to what they were when they left? Nobody. Michael Jordan went away. To me, he's the greatest athlete of all time. Went away for 18 months or 20 months or whatever it was, 28 months or something like that, to baseball after basketball. Comes back, plays in the playoffs. And where's number 45? It's all the players in there go, 45 is not 23. So what did he do? He comes back like the next night or whatever and wearing 23 and just balls out. But it took him a couple times. A couple nights to get back into the routine of it. This is Conor 5 years getting back into the cage against someone who's been doing it at a very high level in multiple weight classes. So as much as everyone wants to say that Conor's return is going to be great and all these things, there's a possibility. Absolutely. And we've seen him, do things that none of us thought he could do. That's true. That's the old Conor. We sometimes get caught up living in the past. He doesn't move like the 145-pound Conor McGregor. He doesn't move around like the 155-pound Conor McGregor. He is 170 pounds, and you watch him even when he was doing his little warm-up there, he's standing directly in front of the guy, not bouncing around. Go back and watch his back locker room shots and videos when he fought these guys back when he was weighing 145 and 155. It's a lot of that wide stance Henry Cejudo and him kind of had for a bit, where they're very light on their toes, moving, calculating your judgment and your reach, and then countering off of that. That's what he was doing. They just showed a clip of him in the back warming up at 170 pounds. He's not moving at all. He's just grabbing the lead hand, standing right there in front. He needs to move. I don't think at 170 that his movement will be there. His reach of range and all of those things will probably not be there. So, what do you mean? Only reaction, no live stream. I'm going to give you guys, this is the live stream for the actual show. Then I'm going to hop right off of this and I'm going to jump right back on for a whole separate reaction video to the fights. Okay. And I know I'm giving you guys a lot right now when I'm talking about this. This is just for us to hang out. I was going to watch the fights anyway, so I might as well watch it with you guys and just hang out, man. That's why. So what's up, my guy? Stella Contra, was it Continue to 2024? I says, what's up, my guy? Another Josh here. Shout out from East Texas. What's up, my man? East Texas. I'm in North Texas, just north of Dallas, probably about 30, 40 minutes. And hey, East Texas. You're not far from me then. You're not far from me. I head through East Texas all the time. We're at in East Texas, by the way. We're at. I go through Northeast Texas when we go to Nashville. I head out to Nashville quite a bit, or the East Coast. There's that fight against Calvin Kattar where he landed like 1,000 strikes or something ridiculous. Yeah. See, the movement, the explosiveness, and the way that Conor was able to jump in and cover distance early in his career, that's not the same Conor. We can't pretend like it is. That's the biggest thing. We can't pretend like it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bink, bink, boom. Beautiful shot. But this is what I was talking about. The Conor McGregor we see now, right, is not the same Conor we saw back in the day where he was like the young Eminem. I said this earlier on the show, those of you guys that are joining us. The young Eminem would destroy you with his words without yelling into the mic. The new Eminem yells and screams into the microphone or into the screen. That's exactly what's happened with Conor McGregor. He did it so effortlessly when he was younger. He made it out to be like, oh, no big deal. He made it out to be no big deal. He's like, I'll destroy you with my word. Who the fuck is that guy? I'm not here to take over. I'm not here to partake. I'm here to take over. Nah, he said, relax, buddy. Eminem is the GOAT. Look, I'm not saying he still can't rap. What I'm saying, though, is that Conor right now, it makes it feel like all of his press leading up to this, everything is all being forced. You know what I mean? So it's very difficult to kind of say, like, it doesn't feel like Conor-esque. It feels like he's forcing this stuff. And when he can't get his point across, he yells into the microphone or he yells into the screen. Whereas before, he wasn't doing that. Remember his side-by-side when they did, I think it was on ESPN with Nate Diaz, and he was like talking shit to him the whole time, but he wasn't really raising his voice. He didn't raise his voice. He's like, what? Can you read? Can you do this? Can you sound it out? He was just destroying Nate. And it was just one of those situations where, like, as Conor's gotten older, he's now just started to feel the need to like yell into the microphone or yell into the TV screen. Josh, ratings will disappoint. Messi is in extra time right now and probably going to a penalty shootout. No. Oh man. Yeah, the ratings. People kept telling me this would do better in the White House, and I was like, it's not going to do better in the White House. It's not. So, hey, Josh, Matt here from Australia. Love all your content. Been a huge fan since I watched you back in your first stint in the UFC. I'm going to go ahead and give you some love out here. There you go. Matthew Wilson -U3E. My eyes are real bad, so when I pull it up. UFC Gillette 1, best 155 ever of all the best. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, Matthew. Appreciate you. Thanks for following from Australia, huh? If I ever go to Australia, they'll never catch me in that fucking water, though. There's no fucking way. No way. If it's fucking ain't fucking great white sharks, it's gators. What the hell? Them crocs out there, huh? The crocodiles. No thanks, man. No thanks. And the spiders, if the fucking crocs don't get you, the fucking snakes and the spiders will. What the hell? Someone put 900,000 on Max. Drake put $1 million, I think, on Conor. Damn, 900,000 on Max. I mean, that's a safer bet now that it's it was like 2-1. Max opened up the odds 5-1. He opened up 5-1 when the odds opened. This week it dropped all the way down to 2-1. This week. Yeah, that's wild to me. Very wild to me. Let me shorten this. It's also wild to me that they have Conor walking out last. He's not ranked. You know, like I thought you take the guy who is ranked the highest. Put some respect on Max's name. Come on. 5-1, 5-1 was crazy with him going up to 170. I know. Josh, Max looks good at 170. I think he looks fantastic. But I don't think he probably weighs more than 180, 181. I'd love to see the numbers of what he weighs on fight night. Whereas I think Conor's going to weigh probably about 85, 88, somewhere in there. So you'll have like a 4 to maybe 6 pound advantage for Conor McGregor. He just looks thicker in the trunk. But let's just see how his cardio is. Conor, like I said, has never been known for his condition, his cardio. So if I'm going to lean towards someone, I'm going to lean obviously towards Max. I mean, I put money on Max because it shot down to 2-1 odds. So I put money on Max. Yep. Oh, yeah. Woo. What's going on? It's only 8:30, and they're having the main event in Las Vegas. What the is going on? Yeah, they got to get everyone to the clubs, man. Got to get everyone to the clubs, the restaurants, the bars, the casino tables. Got to get them all there. I don't know if you guys know, when the main card started, the whole floor was empty. And most of the seats on that lower bowl, those were empty as well. Those people filled in nicely in the last 3 fights. He doesn't look firm. He looks a little soft. There's the smile. There's the smile. Oh, so much fog you can't even see. Oof. Always makes me nervous. Someone trips, gets hurt right before the main event. I don't know, man. Dean Thomas had some words that he said. He's like, it feels like he's mailing it in. Feels like he's just showing up and collecting his check. It didn't seem to have the energy. Argentina just scored. How much time are they? They're in extra time right now. So how much time is left in the extra time? They play 2 halves. What part are they into the extra time? In the second half or the first half? Argentina. Josh, I think you can take Conor right now. I mean, I'm 48 years old, so he's 38. What is he upset about? He's already upset about something. John Kavanaugh there. Yeah. These guys, get after it. Living in the gym. We're going to find out if it all worked out. We're going to find out if it all worked out. I talked about this too. Is Conor drunk? It feels so forced. He doesn't even feel like he looks comfortable out there. Maybe it's because we're used to seeing him in just a different, like, relaxed way throughout the fight. I think the haircut too, like literally the day of. I mean, yesterday he had hair and today he doesn't. I don't know. These are all things that I've always been like, it's kind of weird. Yeah. Nate Diaz mailed it in for sure against Mike Perry. It showed. I mean, it looked like shit. It is forced. He wants out of his contract. I would probably agree with that. He probably wants out of the contract. He wants to go out and see what Netflix is willing to pay. Even if he loses 2 fights in a row, and he's like, "Yeah, I just fought. I wanted to get out." And you're going to see a new Conor. They're going to pay him. They're going to pay him 100%. They're going to pay him. So many fighters, commentators are jealous of Conor. No, I don't think they're jealous. They're just giving you guys the reality check of, hey, he's not what he used to be when he was on the come up. If you would have said that people were jealous of him, I would say yes, they were early in his career. They're not jealous of him anymore. They're not jealous of him right now. A lot of them, a majority of them probably feel a little sorry for him. And not that they should because he's a millionaire. Okay. But just simply put, like, he had everything. And I think a lot of people are looking at it and going like, it's all bad. It hasn't been good for him. The MMA casuals guys were talking about like he's like 0-5 in like his court cases and things that he's going through outside of fighting. So like all of those things building up, people are just I'm not saying they feel bad for him because like, oh, he's a star, or they're jealous of him. No, they just kind of you feel bad to see someone who has went from being respected through the sport, being loved by like his whole country, and he's lost a lot of that support from his country. He's lost a lot of fans, and he still is doing really well in terms of being able to sell tickets. He's obviously a huge draw still, but I think fighters that look back go, man, you had it all. Man, I wish I could just have a small percentage of what you have. So 5 minutes left in extra time for Argentina. 5 minutes left in extra time. Zeke 662 for Argentina. But in the second half of extra time or in the first half of extra time? Is it 5 minutes left total? Oh, man. Yeah. Bruce Buffer has so much style. I know this guy, man. He rocks it. That guy. He puts it all together. I don't know. I do like that. It's like a greenish and purple. Greenish, like purple. Greenish purple. I mean, Max looks good. He looks healthy at 170. Conor looks a little full. And I also said this. Guys that like find Jesus, it's I don't know. It just feels, like I said, very forced. If they find God and they find Jesus during these times and they become very vocal about it all, it just doesn't seem like, I don't know. It just, you need to work on being a fighter. Now you can find God all you want, but like it just feels like I said, very forced, a lot of these things. Max looking healthy, looking good right now. Yeah. I mean, Max, I think he walks around, I think about 180, 181. So if he's just walking around, made the weight to 170, he's probably back up to 178, 180, somewhere in there. Just remember, a year and a half ago or a year ago, he fought at 145 against Ilia Topuria. So year and a half ago. Conor's been carrying this weight for a while. Now, I don't know if that translates to like good weight in terms of the ability to fight, especially in the like later rounds 3, 4, and 5. But we're gonna see. Here we go. Hey, just a reminder before this fight starts, I'm gonna jump off of here right after the main event. I'm gonna re-jump back onto another link onto the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in for this watch along. I mean, this really was. I was gonna sit and watch the fights anyways. So like, hey, let's just get you guys to talk. Let's see what you guys have. Josh, what is your prediction before the fight? I think Max gets it done in round 2, 3, or 4, or 5. But I think he gets Conor out of there. Conor's got a chance, got a puncher's chance. Will we see Conor wrestle is the key. And will Max wrestle maybe a little bit to slow Conor down? It just doesn't, I don't know. This whole thing doesn't feel. Conor has to get it done within 2 rounds. I would agree. Do I think he looked tough in his training footage? Yes. Do I think not tough? Stiff. Yes, I think he looked stiff in his training footage. Yep. Was fun hanging out, brother. All love, my man. It's cool in this era. We can hang out with people we look up to. I respect you, my man. Thanks, Idaho 4x4 Bronco. Conor has 0 cardio. Hey, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button if you guys enjoy the show. Like I said, right after this, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to jump back on for another stream. I'll give you my full reaction to the main card, and then we'll go from there. Oh, just slipped on the ankle again. Oh, the leg. Already the leg. What are we doing here? What? He looks lost already. Max doing a good job on the ground. Great job of controlling the legs. I wonder if he just slipped or if it's the ankle. Yeah, there's no movement out of him. What is going on? This is a very weird fight. It's already weird, man. This is weird. It doesn't look good. What is going on? Oh my gosh. Not what we wanted. The very first kick, he came out and threw the kick. The very first kick. Comes out, jumps. What are we going to do? Every single person in the stands are just like, what the? Wow. Yep, it's done. It's over. Conor came running across the cage, the very first transaction, and he went to throw a flying jumping kick, and the way he landed, looks like he tore his knee. Let's find out. Let's take a look. Jumps. Yep. Lands, tweaks his right knee, and it's over. The very first kick of the fight, the way he lands. He'll be out for a couple years if he ever comes back at all. Goes to put weight on the knee, gives out again. Throws another kick, it's over. He needs to retire. You would say that. Yep, knee gives out again as he goes to throw the punch. Damn. He did it on purpose, but you can say, like, you can tell his knee, watch his knee give out. Man. Look at Conor's face, just in disgust. Nothing I can do. There's nothing he can do. Man. Argentina scored again. Zeke 6629. They have a 2-goal lead with a couple seconds left. All right, guys. Hey, I'm going to jump off of here. I'm going to jump right back onto my other stream on the Wayne and YouTube channel. Make sure you guys, I'm going to break down the main card. I'll give you guys my McQuitting is a good name in the Granite 617. Hey, guys, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to jump right back on. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a blessing to have you guys as good friends and members. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been absolutely awesome. Let's have some fun with this. Saturday mornings used to mean coffee and sidelines. Now it's game time for all of us. We're running drills, chasing goals, and yeah, trying to keep up with each other. Soccer, lacrosse, doesn't matter. What matters is we're doing it together. But here's the thing I didn't expect. Training with your kids, it hits different. You sweat more, you push harder. If you're not careful, you could burn yourself out. That's why I started bringing LMNT. No sugar, no junk, just electrolytes. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, so you can stay sharp, stay moving, and stay in the game. Because when your kids look over and say, "Come on, Dad, keep up," you don't want to sit this one out. You want to be right there with them. Hydration isn't just about performance. It's about showing up. For them, for yourself, for moments like this. LMNT.
Stay salty.
We're out of here, you guys. Hope you guys had a great show.